Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome on back to NFL 2K3 Random Rosters, week number 10 inside the NFL season for 2002-2003. My name is Sean, and every Tuesday you can catch a fresh triple header of NFL action where the rosters have been fantasy drafted right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks so much for hanging out. We have 3 games for you today. I skipped this Giants-Vikings game. The Giants have a pretty solid lead in the NFC East, and it's a more important game for the Vikings, but we just had the Vikings on last week. So we're going to start actually down here with this Seahawks-Cardinals matchup. The Cardinals are kind of running away with the division for the NFC West. However, they've lost 2 in a row, and the NFC West is a more competitive division than I realized it was. A win for the Seahawks would be huge. It would put them at 5-4. It would put the Cardinals at 6-3. So we'll see what happens on that. That's the big game of the day. And then, weirdly enough, we have a rematch of Super Bowl 58, Chiefs 49ers from San Francisco. Both teams lead their respective division. The 49ers, it's a big game for them. We're having a lot of NFC West on the channel today. Chiefs are leading the AFC West. 49ers could pick up a big win, especially if they get some help from the Seahawks in the first game of the day. And then we'll wrap it up in the NFC North with an AFC East team coming to visit. It's the New England Patriots taking on the Chicago Bears. Bears kind of running away with that NFC North. This was kind of just like the best remaining game, so we'll go ahead and go with that. Patriots lead the division in the AFC East. Could have big implications for the game immediately below it. Dolphins, Jets. Jets are behind the Patriots. We have quite the situation here where we have a couple of divisions, specifically the NFC North and East. The West is really a lot better than I realized. I overlooked it. That's on me. I should have been paying more attention to it. But the Giants really running away with the East. The Bears running away with the North. The South is a little competitive. I'd say the Panthers are probably the most realistic shot. The Buccaneers are still in there, but I don't know. And the AFC North, as usual, kind of a cluster at the moment. The AFC South, also a bit of a cluster. And the East was further apart last week. So these divisions they're tightening up a little bit, which is nice. Nice to see, but there are a couple, especially in the NFC, which could be wrapped up here shortly. All right, let's get going with Seahawks Cardinals to get us started here. That weird Seahawks uniform as we go over here. I don't know why my camera got turned off, but it's actually fine because I need the old need the thumbnail. Here we go. Seattle Seahawks take it on the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, they are 28th in rushing offense and 17th in passing offense, but top 5 on the defensive side of the ball. 3rd overall. A little surprising to see them that good. That highly rated with that uneven of an offense and defense. You know what I mean? And we'll get set here for game 1 of 3 for week number 10. Hopefully you enjoyed the Super Bowl. I watched 3/4 of it in the final drive because I had to go to the store. I had to travel home and then go to the store. Rondé Barber. Dave McGinnis.
We have the guy who makes his coach look good. Rondé Barber comes in with the ability to sometimes shut down his side of the field. Quarterbacks, beware. Defensively this season, he's averaged 2 tackles and an interception every
I think I might need to turn the volume up a little bit. I can't.
We'll see how it unfolds. Let's go to the coin toss at the 50-yard line.
Is it 7.5? I forget exactly where it is. I've been having to adjust the volume a lot, so I've been playing a bunch of different games. Oh, I guess 3 miles an hour wind that way.
Elect to receive, and we're ready to start the game.
Okay. Interesting strategy taken by the 49ers. I kind of agreed with it, actually. If they theoretically got the ball 3rd, then they would have the advantage to win. It's an interesting wrinkle. I still think each team should get even possessions.
It's
I think it leads to
away.
more exciting finishes, but the NFL loves their sudden death. I'll take it out of the end zone, and it's a pretty nice return up to about the 23-yard line. So a good start for this Seattle Seahawks team. I am kind of curious about Arizona. Maybe there's an injury that we don't know about. They were really good until the last couple of weeks where they've dropped to their last 2 games. They were undefeated, 6-0. But maybe the cracks in that offense are starting to show and put too much pressure on the defense. Speaking of the defense, an excellent tackle. As we take a look at the Seahawks offense, I believe it's going to go for no gain.
Wayne Young keeps the quarterback healthy, and he and his line are ready to
David
go.
Stars.
Next
Stop.
up, the receiving core.
Stop.
Kevin
Stop.
Johnson
Stop.
stands out as the
Zizon.
best of
I'm
the
not sure how to
bunch.
pronounce
So far this season,
his
he's
name.
averaged 55 yards on 4 catches a game.
Finally, here's the general and his next in command.
Kurt Warner puts on a good show.
Man,
with
Kurt
these
Warner
other
with
two.
LaDainian
Yeah,
Tomlinson in the
this season,
backfield
he's
feels like
averaged
it should be
170 yards
a
and
team
over an
that's better than
interception a
4
game.
and 4.
Okay, back to the action.
But a couple of weeks, a couple of good bounces for some other NFC West teams, a couple bad bounces for the Arizona Cardinals, and what looked like a division that was just going to go the Cardinals' way. All of a sudden, very competitive, every team within 2 games of each other. This is a huge opportunity for the Seattle Seahawks. Warner drops back and throws over the middle. He'll get up to the 30-yard line, 7-yard completion. We'll take a look at the Arizona defense.
We'll start off with the D-line.
Anthony
Young
Pleasant
and
with a
his men
pleasant
delivered
smile.
Knockout blows to the offensive line all game long.
That's followed by the linebackers.
Marvin Jones is the man who brings
Man,
the
a couple
hurt
of guys.
here.
Couple
And
guys
lastly,
smiling.
the
That's what we want to see.
Monday Barber blazes up and down
We want to
the
see people
field
having
and
fun.
stays
They're
in
playing a
hot
game.
Pursuit, baby.
Let's get back to the game.
See what Warner and the Seahawks draw up here on 3rd down and 3.
It's 3rd and about 3.
This is likely where these Arizona defensive players make their money.
Tight ends in.
Going with a handoff. Tomlinson stuffed and then actually pushed forward. First guy contacted him was going to be a yard, maybe 2, but then we see that kind of weird tackle where it pushes him forward, and that's going to give him the first down, just barely stuffed.
Yeah, I hear he has a special pair of cleats with taps on them.
Really?
Very weird.
No, that's just forget it. Ball at the 33-yard line.
Cletus Hunt. 25 tackles on the season. I was hoping maybe number 26 would prevent the first down. Instead, the little wrap-up tackle proved to be all LaDainian Tomlinson needed as we have a huge run on the near sideline. Will be knocked out of bounds after a huge gain. Very nice run there.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Is that going to be the key here for the Seattle Seahawks? Just run the ball.
Keeping it floored, Dan.
A little muscle car running, that's for sure, Peter. Very
50,
impressive
45, the
acceleration.
40-yard line.
30-yard dash time. I want to see
That's where
his
he gets
quarter
tackled
mile
out of bounds, but the
time.
clock still moves. First down and 10.
The Seahawks have a first after the big run on that last play. They line up with 3 wideouts.
39 is where they spot it. Another handoff to Tomlinson. Smart call there.
Gain of
Go ahead
3.
and pick up 3.
This one just left of center and gets a few.
2nd down. 7 yards to go.
Ball on the 36.
Don't give him an inch, baby. Don't give him an inch.
Warner dropping back. Short drop and a nice throw, but he was right in the hands. He dropped that?
Led his man by way too much
Are
on
you
that play.
serious?
That is unless his receiver
There was
on
nobody
his
there.
shoulder.
He heard the footsteps and just threw it on the ground. I don't want it. I'm good. I thought that was an easy catch for a first down. Could stall the drive here. 3rd down and 7. It's a real long field goal from here. It'd be 53 yards. Warner drops and fires over the middle. Looked like it was might get. Looked like from our angle it might get picked, but well behind the defender and perfectly placed for the receiver who just dropped the ball. So Johnson comes up big on third down. Good trust as we see that reverse camera angle. These are usually the angles that I talk about when when doing the Super Bowl. You go, it looked from our angle like it was gonna be, but then you see a different angle. It's like it wasn't even close.
Ball at the 27-yard line.
Kevin Johnson. It's a good cleanup reception there. Get the first down. A lot of trust in him with Kurt Warner. Warner, short drop, fires over. Nice adjustment to the ball. Kind of a long animation there. I think they went right back to him. That is Johnson again. He'll pick up 6 yards. So the long, methodical drive we've actually, at some points I've grown accustomed to seeing here on these early... in the early part of the game. Second down and 4. Warner dropping, fires, and that's a good defensive play right there. Also, this game has better presentation values than Madden NFL 24. I know that's kind of like a hipster take. Of I don't like Madden. I get it. It's a popular take. Maybe not a hipster take, but it's a popular take to say that these old sports games are better than the new one. They don't even have instant replay in the new Madden when you watch games like this, which is wild. Nice find over the middle. That's a big conversion for the Seattle Seahawks. Ishmael.
10 yards to go.
Nice completion here. Take a look.
Just barely inside that 10-yard line. So it's a long first and goal. But importantly, it is first and goal.
The Seahawks are putting a good drive together, first down.
I agree, they are putting a good drive together. I'd argue they're putting a great drive together. From under center. Warner, short drop, fires, finds a receiver, and it's in and out of the hands. I believe that's Ishmael right there. He had the last catch, but couldn't hold on to that one. Second down and goal.
Second and goal.
Passing yards per game, 155.4. I formation, 2 receivers to the top side of the screen. Warner fires over the middle, and that one looked like it got tipped by the defender. Great defensive play there. Dangerous throw on Kurt Warner's part, but harmlessly falls to the turf and at least saves him a shot at 3.
Third and goal. They line up with 4 wideouts.
Receiver set, bottom side of the formation. It's caught, but it'll be tackled short of the goal line. They picked up about 8, but they needed 9 3/4 or so. That's going to be an extra point attempt for the first points of the game. They honestly could just take this all the way down to the end of the first quarter. But they won't. The kick is up, the kick is good, and Seattle uses their terrific opening drive to put 3 on the board. A little disappointing considering they got all the way down there.
Right through.
But also a little lucky because they did not get they did not throw an interception.
The Seahawks strike first in the game, 3-0.
Deep in Cardinals territory. 14 play, 75-yard drive goes 4:20 in length.
Back to kick it away. It's away. Denson catches it. The 20.
Oh, huge run back all the way up to the 31-yard line for the Arizona Cardinals.
First down, Cardinals.
A couple of nice run backs for the return men for both teams.
On offense. Let's see what they do.
All on the 31.
Let's give the fans a show. Put some points on the board. Hey, stay right, stay right.
Pitches to the outside, tackled it, or hit in the backfield, and taken down after a short loss.
Starting offense. Let's begin with the
Oh, I
offensive
wonder if we'll get the Seattle Seahawks defense because we're about to hit the end of the first
That will
quarter.
give his quarterback more time.
Up now are the
Marvin
receivers.
Harrison,
Marvin
Torrey
Harrison
Holt.
can break the game wide open when he
Oh,
gets
are they
the
one of those
ball.
teams
So
that like
far
has
this
like a
season,
real
he's
bad
averaged
quarterback?
77 yards
Maybe not
and
bad.
just
Bad's
under
probably
a
the wrong
touchdown a
word, but
game.
just like a oh.
And lastly, the man who
Oh
calls
no,
the
it's Doug
plays
Flutie.
and the guys who back him up.
I think we've had Arizona. We've had Arizona on before, and I've probably been this confused. Priest Holmes, Doug Flutie, Torrey
Back to
Holt,
the field
Marvin
now.
Harrison. How would this be? Am I reading the stats wrong? It's
the end
offense
of the
up
first
top
quarter.
and then
The
defense,
Seahawks
right?
Currently enjoying a slight advantage, but it's anybody's game.
They do
3-0.
tackle with a loss of 1 yard on the play. Somehow the Seahawks have an extra like 23 seconds of possession time, which is weird. That drive took 4:20, but they registered 4:37 on the possession clock there. Second down and 11. Flutie drops back, fires over the middle, wide open receiver up at the 46-yard line. It's Graham. Pitch and catch out there.
Doug Flutie threw a nice one this time. Watch this. Right by the defender.
Flutie, quick drop, hit the top of that drop and rip that ball out.
Really hard.
Nobody really in the area to take care of the tight end there.
Ball on the 46.
First and 10, float pass, and kind of a dangerous throw. Looked like the receiver was in worse position than the defender. It's a weird way to say that sentence because my brain broke a little bit.
John Perella shows tremendous heart, and the other linemen respect that.
Next up are the linebackers.
Sam Cowart is the standout player of this bunch.
And last but not least, we have the secondary.
Sam Madison stays neck and neck with his man, neutralizing him.
Let's get back to the game. Second and 10.
Arizona approaching midfield from under center. It's going to be a handoff. Priest Holmes will pick up 6 and get into Seattle territory. A nice run right up the middle to set up a third and very manageable. That's what you're looking for on a second down and 10 run. It's a good job to keep this Seahawks defense off balance. You probably think, okay, second and 10, they're going to want to maybe go to the air. Instead, it's just an easy, just right up the gut. Vikings picking up an important win there.
Harrison goes in motion.
Single back formation, contact right at the line of scrimmage, and just like the run for Seattle, he'll get just enough to move the sticks. It's a really generous spot there. And one of those things, too, where you look at it and you go, man, he was contacted right at the line of scrimmage, couldn't slow him down enough to get the folks to rally around the ball carrier. Good job by Holmes to get the line to gain. Holmes with the ball again. Shakes off the first defender, and the second guy has a hard time bringing him down. Second down and 4.
Priest Holmes played some aggressive offense there that paid off. Watch this. Boom! He just went for it.
Number 57 didn't have a chance. 26 kind of just caught him off balance and was able to push him down. But not a great tackle there. Better strength by good old Priest Holmes.
Ball on the 37.
6 yards on that carry. They're inside the 40 as we see another shift. It's going to be the I formation. They'll go right back to him. That time it's the right side of the line. And he'll pick up about 5, and that's enough for a first down. We have 2 long, methodical drives from both of these teams. as we hit the halfway point of the second quarter.
The 33-yard line.
Flutie, short drop, floats over the middle. We're going to get a penalty flag down, but it's a catch up to the 20-yard line. We'll probably see a pass interference here on the defense. Absolutely declined that penalty. Got there just before the ball did. You can see the contact made, but excellent concentration to stay with it and get the first down. It should take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ball on the 19. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Ball at the 19-yard line.
All right, you got caught. Hey, double right.
Hold with the
Now with another handoff, nicely done for a gain of 5.
The handoff and went right of center and picked up a handful.
It's 2nd and 5.
Keep your eyes open. Don't give him an inch. Double take.
High formation again here for the Arizona Cardinals. You can see the Seahawks cheating up. Still can't get them for enough of a loss. Should have been a loss of 2, but Priest Holmes just has so much strength. Able to get off the one tackle before he's tackled for a short loss. They'll call it 1. 3rd down and 6 as they hurry to the line. Hurry to the line. 1:12 to go here in the first half. Flutie with a short drop. Floats it, and it's picked off. That was right to the defender. A horrible throw. Inexcusable for a quarterback like Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie is going to throw an interception, but it happens because of this. Look at the force and pressure he has in the backfield. And that's
Wow, I mean,
right there.
Boy, I'll tell you,
Fair
they really gave him no place
is
to throw and no
in
time to
perfect
throw.
position.
That pressure really
Perfect
rattled
position.
Absolutely.
Huge turnover. That's a
They can score
long
on this drive
Arizona
before the
drive.
half. It could put
About
them in
4
the lead,
minutes
which is
that
a really big
is
boost
not
going
able
into
to get the
halftime.
job done. They do average 1 turnover per game. We'll see what Seattle wants to do with 66 seconds on the clock
Johnson
from their own 8. Tomlinson running off the left side, and it looks like
This one left side
Seattle
of
will
the
be
line, but there wasn't
Seattle will
past
be
the line of
content
scrimmage on
to
that
just
one.
take this clock down to 0 and head to half of the 3-0 lead. Short half. That's like a speed run of this
ball
football
on the
game.
8.
Let's not get busy. Necessary.
They line up in the eye. Warner drops back.
Warner dropping back and fires over the middle. It's looked like it was caught but dropped by Johnson.
Kevin Johnson got across the middle but couldn't make the catch.
It's 3rd and 9.
Three receivers to the bottom side of the formation. It's a throw and a nice catch from Warner to Howard. A little surprising that they aren't using timeouts. They're not really worried about hurry up, but they threw 2 passes on the last couple of plays of this drive.
Passing offense spends so much time in practice running plays and patterns that it's almost instinctive at this point. Ball at the 27-yard line.
First and 10 from the 27-yard line. 6 seconds here in the second quarter. We're going to go with a delayed handoff that loses 2, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. A little bit of a weird ending there, but a huge interception. That was taken at the Seattle 8. Made sure that they probably weren't too aggressive. It's a very weird set of plays for Seattle.
Welcome to the ESPN
Here's
halftime
your
update.
halftime
Here's a
report.
quick
93
breakdown of
total
the
yards for the
numbers from the
Seahawks
first
to the
half.
53
Seahawks come
total
into
yards.
halftime having held their own in
Doubled
this
up
game, and
in
it's due
the
in no
passing
small part
stat.
to an effective
Only 10 more
run-stopping
rushing
front
yards.
line.
3-0 the score here. Only the
Tyrell
one turnover
Carter has done well
cost
so
us an
far,
opportunity
and
for a
currently
tie
has
game
total
at
of
the
3
break.
tackles. That makes him our
Tyrone
ESPN
Carter's hot at the
half
half with 3
player. That will
tackles.
do it for now. I'm Clark
And we'll
Dishman
see how
reminding you to
quickly
tune
and
in to the
efficiently
ESPN
this
postgame show at the conclusion of the game.
Arizona,
Dan and Peter.
or these teams, I should say. See how quickly these teams choose to get through the second half of action.
Second half kickoff.
Kick is away from the 30, all the way down to the into the end zone. 2 yards or so deep in the end zone. He'll get just short of the 20-yard line. So, 1st and 10 for Arizona as they begin their first half. Oh my goodness, their first drive of the second half.
Worked out the kinks here.
Ball on the 19.
Maybe this is the nice part of the field. I think I'm going to keep you here for a while.
Single back formation. Harrison in motion.
Receiver in motion. No Seahawks defender moves there. Flutie with a short drop. Works around and throws an interception. Second interception thrown by Flutie on his last 2 passes. I was just going to compliment him on his pocket manipulation. You saw him move over just a little bit. There were not one but 2 linebackers in the area. He tried to find Torrey Holt between those 2 big backs. They're backers, linebackers.
Well, this game
And
could
that
go either way,
results
Dan,
in a
and that's what makes
turnover.
this drive critical. They'd love to put some points on the board right here.
Ball at the 16-yard line. They line up with their tight end right.
Tomlinson trying to find some room on first down, but nothing available to him. Nice job by Arizona to plug the gaps. Push him backwards. They'll call it no gain, 2nd down and 10.
Second and 10.
There's another run to Tomlinson. I like the commitment to the run game. It does keep that clock moving, which is nice. I mean, it's not something to worry about in the 3rd quarter, but you should worry about that defensive line stamina as we move through the rest of this game. Tomlinson, he's been pretty good throughout the day. We'll see if a couple of runs here in the second half break wide open. Wear him down, hit one for the homer. And you're going to go with a kind of play-action pass. Warner spins around and flings it into double coverage. And a weird-looking play there brings up 4th down with the incomplete pass. Oh, my goodness.
Can't coach that.
Ryan lines up for the field goal.
Kick is up, kick is good. So Seattle extends the lead off of the turnover. But it's still a 1-score game at 6-0.
Boots this through the uprights without too much hassle. Straight down the pipe.
Yeah, nice kick, and the special team squad is happy about that. They love to see it go smoothly, just as that one did. The Seahawks lead is now stretched, but still within a single possession. The score, 6-0. Ryan sets up and will kick it away. Good kick. Edwards will field it.
So 2 yards deep from his own end zone. He'll get it up to the 20. Finds a nice hole and a great hurdle. Helps him get up to the 29-yard line. A fantastic run back again for these special teams units. Both teams have looked good running the ball back, giving their teams some nice starting field position. Sometimes we see it. They run it back from 9 yards deep in the end zone. They get to the 12, and you're like, oof, that was a bad call on your part. Flutie going to pitch to Holmes. That feels like a smart idea after a couple of turnovers. Shifty moves there for Holmes as he picks up an extra couple, and 9 total to set up 2nd and 1.
A lot of credit for popping that one loose. There, that dynamite block. It really opens things up for a monster play.
Absolutely. You
Yes,
take
a
the
monster
right
block
guy out
right
at
as
the
the
right
whistle was
time,
going.
And it's all the space you need.
Yeah, and spread the credit around, Dan. When he saw that block happen, he knew how to capitalize on it.
2nd and about a foot. 2 tight ends on the field. Harrison goes in motion.
Holmes, oh, he's been so good at getting out of tackles, especially in the backfield, but that time too sure-handed are the Seattle Seahawks in that defense. Drop him for a big loss. 3rd down and manageable still, but 3rd and 4 rather than 3rd and 1.
3rd and 4.
Sam Coward, 3 tackles and a pick already in today's game.
Line up with 2
Halfway
wideouts.
through quarter number 3. Flutie rolling a little bit. He throws another pick. It's his 3rd interception thrown to the game. There's the other linebacker.
Ryan Simmons snags that one for a great pickoff. Watch how he's in the right place.
Saw
at the right
exactly
time.
where he wanted to go,
how sweet
stayed
it is.
put.
Yes,
Well, he
Lee,
moved a
but
little
it was
bit, but
hardly luck, Peter.
let the ball
Even when
come
you're
to
in
him
perfect
and
position,
yoink.
Intercepting a pass is no picnic.
You got a point there. A little luck, but mostly field smarts to know where the ball is going to be. You know, Dan, the offense has to make that interception count. Let's see if they can punch this one into the end zone.
Ball at the 30-yard line. They go with the I formation.
Going with a handoff, bounces it to the outside, and then cuts it back inside. 2-yard gain for Tomlinson on the stretch run.
Second and 8.
Big shift here by the Seattle offense, perhaps for flipping their entire play. Warner from under center throws and finds a wide open receiver. It's a good play alteration there. Whether it was just flipping the play or calling a specific audible, created a wide open space
Here, take a look. There's the throw right in
for
between.
Johnson. He's been a little uneven today, but I'd say overall more positive than negative.
Ball on the 16.
First and 10 from the 16. We're going to go to Tomlinson. He'll get dropped in the backfield for a loss of 2. Excellent pursuit to the ball by the Arizona Cardinals to drop him for the loss. Sure-handed tackling really helps put the Seahawks in a hole.
Ball at the 18-yard line.
Drops back and fires. It's off the hands and incomplete. Probably a better defensive play than an attempt at a reception. That ball sails over his head and it could be real dangerous. Instead, tipped and I guess bobbled and knocked down by the receiver. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Seahawks again in field goal range. This would make it a 2-score game, so it is a big deal. Warner, float pass, finds a receiver who slides through a defender and he gets shoved forward. And they'll give Morgan the forward progress there. That's first and goal.
Uses his head here and makes a great play. There, he's got the ball, but the best part is how he gets the first.
That is so crucial on third down to have a receiver who'll fight to get across that line.
You can't coach desire like that.
It's first and goal. They're going with a split backfield.
I haven't mentioned it, but I recognize the normal guy's voice, but I don't recognize the color commentator's voice.
LaDainian Tomlinson sprints in for the touchdown. Watch this
Before I
replay
could even
here.
finish the thought, LaDainian Tomlinson with a nice little move to get into the end zone, and it's 12-0 Seahawks. I think we might go for 2 here.
Brian lines up for the point after.
Just kidding, I'm an idiot. They're going for 1. How did I miss that shot?
It's away.
I threw it straight into the floor. The garbage can is like 5 feet from me. I went to throw it down, and instead of letting go here, I let go here. So I just
Make it a 2-score
catapulted into the
game. They are
ground.
now up 13-0.
So the Seahawks, big statement here, 13-7, or 13-0 with 7 seconds in the third quarter. 6-play, 30-yard drive, took 2:16 off the clock.
Brian will kick this one away.
As I can't quite figure out how to get comfortable in this chair. Gotta settle in.
Great kick.
Angled to the corner. That is way deep in the end zone. He will smartly
And he thinks better
take
of
the
returning
touchback
it
or
and will
kneel
not.
it down on the C. And with 1 tick
Well,
to
they're down a
go,
bit, but they have plenty of time to work
Flutie
with.
is back
Okay,
out
that
on the
being
field.
said,
3
they would love
interceptions
to
on
put
the
some
day
points on the
thrown
board
by
on this
him.
drive and keep it from getting away from them.
Really see
Ball
why
on the
this
20.
team has dropped some games. Poor errant throws by the quarterback. That'll doom you. Flutie rolls out.
Throws.
And that almost looked like it was picked as well, but a great effort by Torrey Holt to break the first tackle, stay on his feet, and pick up 9. It's 13-0 after 3 right here on Twitch, YouTube.com/Seannosaurus Rex, and hopefully soon on Twitch.tv/Seannosaurus Rex. Turnovers, the name of the game in this one, even though you can't see the stat right there.
Second and inches.
And I thought this game was going to be exciting. They're running. Watch the run.
Holmes with the ball. Johnson with the tackle. His first stop of the game.
The defense makes a key second down stop there, bottling up the middle. Now it comes down to third.
It's third and about
Huge
3.
second down and 1 play there by Seattle to drop them for a loss of 2.
Holt in motion.
Going to move Holt. I formation for the Arizona Cardinals. Going with a handoff, and he's going to get stopped short. It's 4th and 1.
Just past the line.
Reese Holmes, who's been, like I keep talking about it, he's been so good about getting out of those tackles, could not get out of that one.
They're going for it on
They are
4th
going to
and
go
1.
for it on 4th down. 4th down, Sam Cowart with 2 interceptions. And perhaps a host of the bloody nose, but thankfully no. They'll go with a handoff. He'll get it easily all the way up to the 37-yard line. That's what you're probably kind of hoping for from the Seattle perspective of like, okay, Tomlinson's not getting a yard here. He's not getting a couple yards here. It's been a little bit rough, but that's the kind of rush you're looking for, especially late in this game. It keeps Arizona alive, but could help Seattle steal this game away. Should have come to that. I'll pick up the pace a little bit with under 4 to go here. First down and 10. It's from the 37-yard line. I want to say, I think I said the 47 or the 42. I was incorrect. I apologize. Flutie rolls and fires. It's incomplete. Looking for a hold, but a couple of defenders right in the way.
Pass went for an incompletion.
Second and 10. Flutie drops back.
Flutie drops back. It's a floated pass out to the
Ball and stops him after
far sideline. He'll pick up, what is that, 3? Yeah, 3rd down and 7 coming up. Flutie again, quick pass. It's floated to the far sideline out to the flat. That looked like it should have been a gain of 2 at most, but Martin with a terrific effort there to stay on his feet. Picked up 7 and sets up 3rd down and 1. 4th down and 1, excuse me. Flutie rears and fires. It's caught. You can see the defender go for the interception with that animation or the deflection either way. means that it ends up being a busted coverage, even if it wasn't. So I'm flying from the side there. You'll see it again here on the left side of the screen. Coming in, number 23. Took himself completely out of the play. And Marvin Harrison is free and clear for 6. 13-6, under 3 minutes to go. Game's not over yet, as it wasn't anyway. Especially with plays like that, can erase some deficits quite quickly.
There's the kick. The
Extra point up and good. We have a 6-point game with 2:52 to go in the fourth.
The Cardinals cut it close. It's still anybody's game. The score, 13-7.
Was that on a 4th and 1 too? 8-play, 80-yard drive, 2:09 off the clock. They have time to do that drive one more time.
There's the kick.
Kick is away. All the way down to the goal line, to the 20. 10 to the 20. Shifts inside and picks up 5 more up to the 25-yard line.
First down, Seahawks.
Well, it's a close game and time is running out. You have to love these situations. This is
where Arizona looks at that top 5 defense and goes, okay, give us one more shot. You almost kind of looked good there for a minute. Tomlinson with just nowhere to go.
10 yards to go.
They should let this run down to the 2-minute warning, hopefully. There's more than enough time for them between the play clock and the game clock. Could be a huge miscue if they don't. Oh, they don't. They run a play before the 2-minute warning. That is huge. That is a, what is that, a 43-second difference? It's at least a 40-second difference.
It's 3rd and 5.
Because you're talking about running that second down play now instead of 3 seconds ago. Saves Arizona a timeout if they get a stop here. And they can't do it. Tomlinson's off, and he's off the left side, and he is free into Arizona territory down to the 30-yard line. Oh, Seattle bailed the Cardinals out, but their defense just could not get the job done.
That gave him the first down. Check it out. Ooh, nice block.
You bet, and that's the kind of move that runners love. When they get a block like
so
that,
56 got pushed out of the way.
Yeah,
Is that the same number 56? Is that a different number 56? There are 2 56s on the field. I haven't been paying attention to that. So the push out of bounds stops the clock with 1:51 to go. It's a 47-yard field goal from here. They'll go with a draw. Tomlinson finds a yard up the middle, and a quick timeout popped by Arizona.
The clock reads 1 minute and 46 seconds. They're going with 2 tight ends.
Tomlinson with a pitch to the outside. Tripped up, but gets out of it. He'll get knocked out of bounds after a gain of 6. 3rd down and 3 with 1:40 on the clock. Saves Arizona a timeout. 2 timeouts. The Seattle had actually 3 timeouts. Well, no, 2.
Yeah, close call, but he pulls through.
2 timeouts the Seahawks have saved by going out of bounds. Specifically, the 2-minute warning thing is just how much time would be left. I think it probably saves them a timeout in the long run. So you could look at 2 or 3 timeouts saved. Another 3rd down, big 3rd down for the Arizona Cardinals. There we go with a handoff. Tomlinson's going to get bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him no gain. That would look like it moved about half a yard. It'll be 4th and 3. Arizona down to their final timeout after that.
The first down marker.
The clock
Should
is at
be
1 minute and 35 seconds. It'll be a
Reasonably makeable field goal here. We'll see if Arizona can come up with anything funny. It was a block extra point in the other day's Super Bowl that ended up being or looming very large for the rest of that game.
That's his third of the afternoon.
Seattle knocks through the 3rd field goal of the day.
Doug Bryan
And it's a
sends it
9-point
whistling
lead. This
between the
one's
uprights for 3 points.
probably just a little too out of
nothing
reach
wrong
for
with that.
Arizona. A
He
good
kicked
game
that one
here.
as naturally
Arizona
as
looks
if
like a
it had
team that
been
is
half
struggling a
the
little bit,
Be
but the
that cool
Seahawks
if
coming
he
on
twice
strong.
the distance. This guy is
Depending
great.
on how
The Seahawks
the
make it a two-score
49ers
game. They are now up 16-7.
Chiefs game goes, you could see the Rams make a step as well. Could have a photo finish
To kick it away.
at the end of this season for the NFC West. I gotta write these
Got a
down.
lot behind this one. Denson has it, and he downs it. We will start up at the 20.
Well, it'll take a miracle or 3, but they have the smallest of small margins to win. They will need to score very, very quickly, however.
Ball on the 20. And their tight end to the left. Flutie fades back.
Flutie, short pass, fade, throws it on. Looked like it was kind of just a float pass off his back foot. Arizona's 3rd and final timeout is taken after the 11 or 12-yard game.
Flutie throws a homing missile on this play. Check this out. Totally threads the needle.
There are 2 defenders there, Peter, and there was definitely not a lot of room for error.
Oh, absolutely. There was not a lot of room for anything.
Ball at the 31-yard line.
1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, only 7 completions on the day.
Flutie on the gun.
Flutie drops back, fires, far sideline. It's another gain of 12. They'll go with a hurry-up offense out past the 40 to the 43-yard line.
From shotgun.
Flutie with a real deep drop fires into double, yeah, maybe even triple coverage. Looked like that hit a defender rather than the receiver. That background looks real weird as they zoom in and move the camera. It's very odd. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Flutie drops back.
Flutie dropping back, float pass, threads the needle. It's caught and he is crushed in Seattle territory at the 44-yard line. Hurry up again, 60 seconds to go. Flutie drops and fires. It's deflected or batted down by the Seahawks defense. Dangerous throw there, could have ended the game. Instead, Arizona gets another opportunity. I think the question is, like, do you just get on the outskirts of field goal range or to a good spot and then kick the field goal now? Try to get the touchdown with perhaps a bit of a shorter field on an onside kick recovery.
Flutie drops back.
Flutie on 2nd and 10, throws over the middle, but the throw is offline.
In a row.
And it's
Daniel
incomplete.
Graham
3rd down
in
and
the
10.
middle, but couldn't make the catch.
Oh my gosh. People are going live all over the place on Twitch. My goodness.
3rd and 10.
Hey, baby, just go on and keep the pass up.
Shotgun formation. Flutie on the gun. Throws.
Flutie rips it down the field, and that is caught by Holt
Long first down.
at the 28-yard line. I think this is where maybe you look at just taking the field goals.
Moving the ball very
Throw the
well.
ball down, spike it.
Lines to a halt, and it looks like, yes, he is past the markers for a first down.
10 yards to go.
44 seconds on the game clock.
Taking it long, it's going to be 3rd and long.
Just one man in the backfield. Flutie fades back.
Flutie
Barely
drops,
gets it.
and that is nearly picked again.
Marvin Harrison couldn't make the catch.
Flutie's
although
thrown 3
he got himself
interceptions,
into
and a
good
couple
spot
other
on the
ones have
outside
been
there.
really close. Maybe just kick the field goal here.
3rd and 10.
Let's play smart, baby. Let's play smart.
Flutie floats, throws, and it's again the Seattle Seahawks getting burned by that tipped or blocked pass, triangle button jump. They will spike the ball, and they let a few extra seconds run off the clock that they probably shouldn't have let run, but whatever. Still making a nice drive here. That 3rd down and 10 conversion might have actually doomed Arizona. You get an incompletion right there, you kick the field goal, save yourself a few seconds. You're probably looking at about 31-32 with the onside kick. Flutie, quick pass to the outside. Nobody there. Weird miscommunication there.
Make sure they're on the same page after that one.
Brings up 3rd down and 10. 26 seconds to go.
3rd and 10. 2 wide receivers on the field. Flutie fades back.
Flutie dropping back. There's a flag on the play. It's caught and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, they're calling a chop block. It's coming back. The penalty on the play will set up 3rd down and 25 and wipes a touchdown off the board.
Priest Holmes makes a costly mistake here, Dan. He's flagged for the penalty, and that will wipe out the touchdown. There it is.
Oh, it's a good penalty call. You can't be doing that.
As you mentioned, this was a costly mistake.
It cost them 6 points.
It's 3rd and 25. Holmes gets set after committing the penalty. Flutie on the go.
3rd down and 25. Fires. It's caught, but well short of the line to gain, and that penalty doomed this comeback. 10 seconds, and they are just wasting time here. They're going to rush to the line for the last second field goal. Gary Anderson. Snap, down, kick, good. So it'll make the final line 16-10. But who knows what would have happened if there was not a chop block on a touchdown throw. Arizona falls for the 3rd straight game. This time at the hands of the Seattle Seahawks, who improve to 5-4, and making that NFC West very interesting as we get to the home stretch. This is also the point in the season where I should remind you if you've been around for a while, or tell you if you're new. We're going to start trimming a lot of the teams. They're not going to be on the channel unless maybe we think they might play spoiler or whatever, but we'll probably see a lot of repeat teams throughout the next few weeks as the playoff push really starts here. I usually try to wait till week 10 before I do too many repeat teams back to back to back. So just a heads up, if you're like, man, you've had Pittsburgh on the video for 3 straight weeks, it's because they're in playoff contention. And that is what we are here to watch. Oh, what a game. Seattle coming out on top 16-10, making that NFC West very interesting as we get ready to head down the stretch. I did do some simulating just to see if they would give me any sort of information on like playoff scenarios, because it's not, the way that they have it in the team standings is not helpful. We'll see that in just a little bit later. We'll hit start and we will head to San Francisco. The 49ers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Stop me if you've heard that before. Both teams playing well in their divisions. Kansas City leads the AFC West. Okay, it is offense on the top and it is the defense on the bottom. This game seems to favor the defense because it's another team. This team has a top 3 rushing offense. Oh boy.
This may be an area that could make or break them today. To see how it turns out, we'll go to Dan Stevens.
Yeah, this team definitely favors the defense because that's, again, another really good defense that throws that team all the way up the ranks.
Stevens along with Peter O'Keefe. Peter, who's going to stand out today?
This is one of the finest coach-player duos
Steve
that we have in the
Mariucci and
NFL.
Rod Smith.
These guys make defenses dizzy. Steve Mariucci has produced a good passing offense, and he's not afraid to use it. Look for him to go to the air early and often. On the other side, we have the guy who makes his coach look good. Rod Smith comes in as a choice target for his quarterback because he pulls down everything thrown at him. The numbers prove it. So far this season, he's averaged 60 yards and just under a touchdown a game.
Okay, Peter, now let's go to midfield for the coin toss.
We'll take tails.
Tails is called. Tails it is.
The Chiefs elect to receive the kickoff.
So Kansas City will get the ball first in the 2 days after the real thing. Super Bowl rematch.
Conway gets ready to get this game underway. This is returnable.
You can check out the Super Bowl prediction video that went up on Sunday. Currently, the Super Bowl predictions 2-0 for 2022 and 2023.
Let's check it out.
Is it accurate for 2024? Tune in to find out. It's the shortest Super Bowl prediction video I've had yet. I cut the play clock all the way down to 15 seconds before it snaps the ball with the accelerated clock in Madden. It's a very nice feature to have, so you can do the 15-minute quarters for one game. As we see Kansas City off to a strong start. Tackled after an 8-yard gain, well out of bounds. That most likely would be a penalty in today's game, and rightfully so. There's no reason to carry it like that off the outside of the field of play.
Next up, the receiving corps.
Randy Moss
leads this squad.
Kyle Brady, he's already made his name known as he caught that first pass.
61 yards on 4 catches.
Straight cash homie.
Last but not
Randy
least, we
Moss.
have
Kerry
these
Collins in the
three
backfield with
gentlemen.
Amon Green,
This trio
Donnell
is
Bennett.
clutch on the
4
ground this
ends.
season. He's
He's got double in, double L, double in, double T.
Okay, back to the action.
A lot of consonants in that man's name.
It's 2nd and 2.
Second down and 2 after the 8-yard gain. Split back set. They're going to go with a handoff to Green. He gets past the first guy and picks up 3 with the extra effort. First down.
First down. 10 yards.
Kansas City, I'm looking right at him. Seattle and Arizona went through that first half very quickly, and as is the case, the game usually kind of like rubber bands to where the length is about the same because that last quarter was a little on the slower side. First down and 10, Collins. That almost got picked. Needed a little bit more air under it. I'm surprised the receiver wasn't going further up. Like it was a curl route instead of a go route.
Robert Porcher.
A little air under that in a route that's carrying him up the field. Maybe that's a big gain instead. Nearly intercepted.
Ronald McKinnon takes excellent angles to the ball out there.
Finally, Peter, the secondary.
Corey Fuller flies around the field and gets in receivers' faces.
Now back to the game. Ball on the 41.
Second and 10. Collins dropping back, and the second pass in a row that's nearly picked. That one should have been grabbed. And that time it looked like he had Randy Moss on a route that was going to carry him a little more up the field, just a little short on the throw, and disaster averted for 2 straight throws by Kerry Collins. San Francisco got a big help from the Seattle Seahawks to allow them to try and climb up the rankings, or the standings, I should say. Collins throws and just a miscommunication, so a good little first set there, but once they got that first down after the run, it was incomplete pass, incomplete pass, incomplete pass. 2 of those very dangerous throws.
Eagles comes in and will punt it away. off. Zarraway reels in the
Fair count at the 23-yard line. Some really nice special teams plays by San Francisco in that Super Bowl.
Let's see if they can
Downing the
take care of
Chiefs all the way down to
business.
the 2-yard line.
Ball at the 23-yard line.
Some nice tackles to prevent any sort of return game. Michael Vick, the quarterback for San Francisco. Pitch to the outside. He finds a little bit of room and a good job powering forward for 5. Second down and 5.
Second down. 5 yards to go.
It's 2nd and 5.
That's all they get. That's all they get.
Big formation for the 49ers as Vick drops back. Short drop, quick fire. And that's a nice gain up to the 40-yard line for number 88. Kinnison with a nice reception.
Ball on the 40. Tight end is lined up on the right side.
2 receivers to the top side of the formation, or top side of the screen. Oh, he should have had him for a big loss, but instead he's Barlow with the strength able to turn that into a gain of 3 and what should have been a loss of about 4.
7 yards to go.
Big hit in the backfield, but Barlow too good. 2nd and 7.
Ball at the 44-yard line.
Don't give him an inch, baby. Don't give him an inch. All right, come on,
Barlow with the carry.
Barlow again, nice run. He's going to find a good bit of space on the left side of the line. Needed 7, picked up 8, and we're going to take a look at the San Francisco offense.
First up, the
Green Bay
offensive
Packer
line.
on the left side. Looks like he's about 12.
Quarterback healthy, and he and his line are ready to go.
Next up are the receivers.
Rod Smith,
stands out as
Eddie
the best
Kinnison,
of the bunch. So far
Cameron
this season,
Cleveland.
he's averaged 60 yards and just under a touchdown a game.
Finally, here's the general and
Michael
his
Vick,
next in
Kevon
command.
Barlow,
Michael Vick
Fred
puts on a good
Beasley in the
show with these
backfield.
other two. Through the air this season, he's averaged 123 yards and just under a touchdown a game.
Back to the field now. Ball on the 48.
First and 10 inside Kansas City territory. Tackled, or contact made in the backfield. And again, he's able to break out of that first tackle. Second guy did a great job to fly to the ball.
Javon Curse shows trouble.
Didn't let them set the edge, and
Linemen respect that.
Up now are the linebackers.
London Fletcher is the man who brings the hurt here.
And lastly, the
second down and
Johnny
12.
Abraham disrupts pass attempts all day long.
Let's get back to the
Oh,
game.
Arturo Freeman. I was like, Antonio Freeman does not play. No, it says Arturo. I know you get excited, Sean, when you think you're going to see Antonio Freeman.
It's now 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 from midfield.
Just like the last play, I'm going to run you back for a couple more.
They line up in the eye.
See if they trust Vick's arm to throw here behind the sticks. Vick, short pass, throws, and he finds a wide open receiver who splits the defense. It's a big 31-yard gain down to the 19-yard line. Kinnison coming up with a huge reception as we hit the 1 minute mark. Or 1 minute remaining here in quarter number 1.
But the play doesn't stop there, Dan.
No, sir. That's just the first act of a beautiful big yard play. A sterling effort all around. The 49ers, after the big pass last play, will have a first down. Kinnison will line up wide left after the nice pickup last play.
Barlow.
A gain of 3.
Barlow's looking good so far. Nice stretch there to pick up 3.
Getting positive yardage on first down.
Under 30 seconds to go in the first
Ball
quarter.
at the 16-yard line.
It's been a long, methodical San Francisco drive. Kansas City's tackling leaves a lot to be desired. This should be the last play of the first quarter. He'll pick up 5. I thought he was actually going to have the first down there, but a great tackle. Good sure-handed tackle by Kansas City. We haven't seen a ton of that so far in this game, but that sets up a big 3rd and 2 as we switch sides here. Kansas City nothing, San Francisco nothing. 65 yards, 3 first downs to just the 1, and a whole helping of time of possession in favor of San Francisco.
It's 3rd and 2.
Third and short. Watch the run. 8, double tight.
Nice pitch to the outside. Barlow makes a man miss, throws a stiff arm down, and we unfortunately have an injury for San Francisco. Back behind the line of scrimmage, and looks like it could be an ankle problem. We'll get an update shortly from the sideline reporters, whose name I forget. It's a hold, not like a holdover in a bad way, but it's the same person in 2K2.
They go with one man back.
Michael Vick hands it right up the middle. Barlow dives in for 6, and San Francisco takes the lead with 5 seconds gone here in quarter number 2. Barlow instrumental on that drive. Nice little dive there at the end.
Touchdown like that.
If he's got any bruised ribs or anything at all he's got to do is look at the scoreboard, and those aches will melt right away.
Conway lines up for the point after.
The official, like, gotta get my camera time. Point after try is up. Point after try is good. It is now 7-0. Excellent opening drive for San Francisco. Great commitment to the ground game, and they stayed with it. Sometimes we see, like, you can take a look at that Kansas City drive. They had a nice rush there to get the first down, and then they went with incomplete passes. The quarterback a little errant with the ball. Vic does a good job not putting it into danger, but good job by the coaching staff for calling plays. The running back for your team is hot. Keep giving it to him. Pretty all right run back there for Kansas City. A little bit of a short kick from San Francisco. It'll be first down and 10 from the 22-yard line.
Close game so far, and even though there's plenty of time left, they'd love to score on this drive.
Ball on the 22.
Got a long way to go, baby, and a lot of meat in front of you.
Collins drops back. Throws.
Collins, a quick throw to the running back there, and just couldn't come up with the catch off the hands, and incomplete.
On the sidelines. Michelle?
It's just a twisted knee, Dan. They're taping it up
Oh,
and
just a
hoping
twisted
he should be able
knee,
to
okay.
return to the game.
Michelle, thanks.
Thank you, Michelle.
2nd and 10.
Oh, he just twisted his knee. It's fine. It's like, oh, that sounds awful. I guess if they like lean like that, it could be anything just lower than the like waist and below. Whereas if like you get the, I remember the NFL Quarterback Club '98 where they'd like roll around on the ground like, oh.
He connects with his receiver with ease, Dan. He sees his man and then airs it out for the
Nice
completion.
find by Kerry Collins and trying to get this Kansas City Chiefs offense clicking a little bit better. Fresh set of downs definitely helps out. You don't want to give this ball back too quickly to the San Francisco offense that just kind of carved up your defense, especially on the ground, en route to a touchdown. However, we have seen a lot of drives, second drives from teams that have taken a long time, got a field goal, or in San Francisco's case, gotten a touchdown, really struggle on the second opportunity. So we'll see what San Francisco can do. 2nd down and 11. Following the 1-yard loss. I believe Chicago is the home team. It will be 2 division leaders again, one from the AFC East in the New England Patriots and one from the NFC North. As we have a little bit of a miscommunication there. Not the first errant throw we've seen from Kerry Collins. Second time in some bigger spots that the receivers have not been where the quarterback thought they would be.
It's 3rd and 11.
Third and 11.
From shotgun.
Shotgun. Throw off his back foot. Contacted as the ball got there, and that jarred it loose.
And falls incomplete.
It'll be 4th down and 11 following the incomplete pass. Brady got off to a good start, had an 8-yard gain, and then couldn't hold on to that one. Don't think it would have made the first down marker either way, so I guess not the biggest problem in the world. And apparently all the Seahawks players took their photos in pads. And inside the 20, finds a little bit of a lane and then gets weirdly spun down or knocked down after approximately a 10-yard return. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Vic and the 49ers. 3.5 to go here in quarter number 2.
Ball at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, guys. Get the fans.
Curious and interested to see what this San Francisco team wants to do with this drive. Going with a run to Barlow. That's not the surprise, and that surprise, it's still not a surprise to see him bowl over a whole man. Put a shoulder down and knocked him on his behind. Big gain to 12, and it's 1st and 10. Number 47 just didn't have any real opportunity there. Also, if I have not mentioned it, be sure to fill out a bracket for March Mascot Madness. Link is in the description below, and now is clickable. Because apparently it's 1997 and YouTube needs you to put the http://www.challenge.com/MMM2024. Going with another run, slips off a defender again, and then slips off a second defender. It's taken an entire dump truck of men to take Barlow down. He is feeling good. And again, you look at it, that's what I talked about on the first drive. They are sticking with the run game. That is what you want as he switches hands in the replay. 27. He'll join what number 47 had in a previous play. It's the Keister twins. It's getting absolutely blown up. I just would really hope that it's not number 27 twice. Because that'd be real bad for him. Halfway through quarter number 2, split back set for Vic. 2 receivers. As they put a man in motion. Vic drops back, throws in. That was a terrific jump on the ball by number 27. Just could not come up with the interception.
On that baby, there was no way that was going to be a completion.
2nd and 10.
Let's not give me anything. Nothing, baby.
They line up with a split backfield. Smith in motion.
I think that's a good time for a pass play right there. 1st down and 10. Try and get a big chunk. See what you can do. Then go right back to the ground game. Barlow rewards you. We unfortunately have an injury. That could be a big problem for the San Francisco 49ers. As they've been really good on the offensive line. I don't think you want to see an injury on that spot. You don't want to see anybody get injured, but you don't want to see that line start to get a little discombobulated. 11 carries for 60 yards already. Pitch to the outside. He'll get tackled for no gain. Worst run of the day for Barlow. San Francisco, I believe, will have to punt. And again, we see a bit of weird clock management. However, I do think the injury stopped the clock anyway, so I don't think it mattered. Should have paid a little more attention to that. 2-minute warning.
Zastoodle comes in and will punt it away.
No one's afraid of a kicker. Nobody's ever been afraid of a kicker. Ooh, that's a bad punt. That is going to go out of bounds. Oh, it's going to bounce. That's a very friendly roll. That looked like it was going to go out of bounds about the 30-yard line. Instead, exactly what he meant to do. Skirted along the sideline until it goes out of bounds at the 15.
Ball on the 15.
So Kansas City, first down and 10.
Green with the
Go with a handoff to Green. He'll gain 1. Second down and 9.
Carried this one off his left guard, but he's barely past the line of scrimmage before he stopped.
Wow, most watched telecast ever with 123.4 million average viewers for that for Super Bowl 58. Bringing in the numbers. My goodness. Floats over the middle and nobody is home. It's an incomplete pass. And again, we see Collins with just no one there.
Has the full details. Michelle?
Dan, the doctors are saying that he suffered a broken collarbone and that he'll be out for a minimum of 3 weeks.
3 weeks with a broken collarbone. That is unfortunate. We'll see if this rushing attack for San Francisco takes a hit. I don't think that the following play, the 3rd and 5, is a great example. That was a stretch play to the outside. I think you could make the argument that, like, okay, it wasn't a great run. But I don't know if the lack of yards is due to poor play call or better defense or actually that injury. Let's see how this goes as San Francisco takes a timeout with that throw and catch coming up a yard short. Save themselves 2 timeouts and 1 minute and 14 seconds to work with on the clock.
1 minute and 14 seconds left on the game clock. Eagles will punt it away after a 3 and out.
Like he was gonna, looked like we are never going to see a friggin' blocked punt in this game. God, that sucks. It looked like he was free and clear that a man was able to get there and block him.
Dan, if they can manage to score here, that could really
First down and 10 after the punt.
Ball on the 37.
Pretty good field position.
I don't think so.
They line up with 3.
Offset I formation. 2 receivers to the bottom side of your screen. They will go with the running game, and Barlow picks up 6. I don't think the injury really affected this offensive unit. And Barlow is also proven to be a pretty fantastic running back. But there you go, right there. Also, I'm not 100% sure that he was an offensive lineman. I could just be making that story up. I don't. It looked like his number was 50, but I don't know. Second down and 4. San Francisco oddly aggressive in taking a timeout to force Kansas City to punt, but not really all that concerned with the time here. Going with another handoff, and Barlow picks up 6, and it's 1st and 10. They're ticking down to 30 seconds to go.
Nice yards. More importantly, however, he moves the chains. Nice play.
All at the 48-yard line. Smith goes in motion.
Again, no urgency from this San Francisco team. Another handoff. And they took a timeout to just run the ball a bunch, pad his stats, and take a lead into halftime, 7-0. Stay tuned because Usher's coming up.
The score, 7-0. Time to go to
I'm kidding. I don't have the budget for that. I don't have the budget for him. I don't have the copyright.
Halftime update. It's time for a quick
4-2, I guess.
From the first half of play.
7.7 first downs for the San Francisco 49ers, 120 total yards. They are dominating on the ground and with the time of possession. Kevon Barlow, unsurprisingly, your hot at the half player. 15 carries, 77 yards, 35 after first hit, and does have the lone touchdown.
Let's send it back
I
to
believe San Francisco is getting the ball back, so I would have liked to have seen a little bit more aggression there from them. They're up 7. They can stop the clock, utilize their timeouts, and they can double dip.
Edinger gives the signal, and we're ready to start the second half. The kick is up.
2 yards deep, he'll take it out to the 10, the 15. A little bit of a lane setup, I thought, but Kansas City was ready and wait. Then it'll be 1st and 10 around the 21-yard line.
Either way, Dan, and that's what makes this drive critical. They'd love to put some points on the board right here.
Ball on the 21.
Everybody's watching. It's time to shine. Wide right.
Barlow.
There's another run. That time it'll go to Barlow. Unsurprisingly, that was a run to Barlow, and both a pretty solid game. 2nd down and 7.
It's 2nd and about 7 yards.
Taking it long, it's gonna be 3rd and long.
Barlow.
Ooh, he got kind of up in the air there a little bit. Popped up on the first hit and then spun around on the second one. Just a yard short of the line to gain. 3rd down and 1. See if San Francisco keeps it on the ground here. I would. Barlow's been great all day. It is 3rd and a very long one, though. Kansas City brings a little extra pressure, and that is the trick. Barlow, I think he takes half a step in, half a second sooner, might be able to wedge his way forward for the first. You can see the gap getting created, but Barlow did not see it. It'll be 4th and 1.
Zastoodle will punt it away after a 3-and-out.
Zastoodle? Zazoodle, toaster strudel?
It's
Zadoodle?
off.
Ba-da-da-doo.
Going
From the 32-yard line, he'll get tackled after a 9-yard gain. 9s and 11s. Real tricky for me. I don't know why.
Well, the defense did their
It's just like it's one too many or one too few.
Now it's the offense's turn.
My brain.
Ball at the 41-yard line.
You got the position, baby. Let's execute.
I formation. Collins drops
From the Kansas City 41, Collins drops and fires to nobody.
Kyle Brady could have caught that one if he made a diving grab for it. Dan.
There's
Sometimes
no
you just gotta
one.
sacrifice the body.
He might have more complete or like more incomplete passes to just complete miscommunications than he does actual completed passes.
Collins fades back. Throws. Incomplete. They've missed their target the past 2 plays.
Kerry Collins let his receiver
Collins
too much
is
on that pass.
not good. Not looking good in this game at all. Not on the same page with anybody, receiving core-wise.
3rd and 10.
And it is quickly 3rd down and 10 as we approach the 3-minute mark to go here in quarter number 3. These incomplete passes absolutely killing me here. You're killing me, Collins. He dropped it again.
That's 3 in a row.
Another incomplete pass.
Position in the middle there,
3
but
straight
the completion
passes,
just
3
wasn't
straight
in the cards.
incompletions. And that equals a 3-and-out for this Kansas City offense. Disgusting.
Fiegels comes in to punt after a 3-and-out.
Booted away. San Francisco sets up the return just inside the 25. Springs it to the outside. Good job by number 37 to get up the field and push him, I guess knock him down. San Francisco back with the ball here. With how bad the Kansas City offense has been, you might be able to start shifting into clock management mode. Shifting into suit mode. It's a reference to a show I don't even watch. With a handoff from Barlow. Slithers his way for 7. Beautiful light cut to the right, back to the left. Weaved his way through that defense.
3 yards to go.
2nd and very manageable coming up.
It's 2nd and about 3.
It's taking it short, baby. Watch for the run.
Kick to the outside. Barlow does a great job getting away from the first defender, as he's been doing all day, and he'll pick up 3.5. He only needed 3. It's 1st down and 10. A little over 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Number 69 coming up big there twice with some nice blocking.
Well, it's kind of embarrassing, Peter. Incredible effort. All on the 49.
Hey, double tag, double.
Going with a handoff. Barlow right up the middle. Puts a hand down and springs into the air. Helps him pick up a few more yards before he finally gets tackled. 9 yards on the play. Von Barlow, you can see it right there. Boom.
Oh, got him some good yards.
Somehow that play didn't go like how I commentated it, which I like literally just watched. Sir, get your eyes checked, because apparently the right one is just going to drive you nuts all flipping dead. Ugh. Picked up a pallet at work today, and I think when I slid it up, it coughed up a bunch of dust that just slipped through my glass, or slipped past my glasses right into my eye. Was it like 2 or 2:30? It's still bugging me. 5 hours later. Almost 6 hours later. First down and 10. Kevon Barlow is just crushing this defense single-handedly. There is no reason to give Michael Vick the ball to throw it. It's just how good Barlow has been. It's not a commentary on Vick at all. Just haven't needed to. 5 yards a carry. I think he was up around 6 yards a carry. I would not be surprised if it's either the same or maybe a little bit higher. But you're talking about 2 of those rushes getting you a first down.
It's 2nd and 5.
Ball taking a long time to get down the field. 30 seconds in field goal range. Vick under center. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Nice job by 47 on the defense for Kansas City. Dove up high and was able to get the leverage on him to knock him backwards instead of forwards. Seen that? Oh, okay. They really hurried to the line to run one more play before the end of the third quarter. They do just get it off. Barlow runs right side, finds just enough yardage, and he'll get it to the 21-yard line in a fresh set of downs. San Francisco 7, Kansas City 0. I was very worried there. They pick up a first down. They can start working some clock. You can see the disparity there. 11:23 to 3:36. We have watched a lot of this San Francisco 49ers offense. They have a realistic opportunity to have this ball for 3 quarters of this game, which is wild.
It's not over yet. We can still get back in this game. All right, come on.
First down and 10. They'll go with a run. Barlow finds some room, weaves his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Kevin Barlow squeaks by on that play. He almost gets taken down, but watch how he pulls this out. Ooh, takes a shot from behind it, but just keeps churning his legs until he's out of trouble.
Well, it just goes to show, Peter, persistence pays off in a pinch.
God, too many notifications apparently. That sounded like a brag, but it's just how bad my phone is.
He is their go-to guy, obviously.
They're going with Dion.
First and goal from the 3. Vick under center. And you go to the handoff to Barlow. Barlow gets dropped for a loss of 1.5 yards. 2nd and goal.
Well, the defense had the barricades up in the middle lanes, and there was no way traffic was getting through.
They are in
It's 2nd and goal.
a bit of a clock management mode, which I appreciate. They can knock a field goal through here to make this a 2-score game. Shift the tight end to the end of the line there. And Vick's going to fire it over the middle. And hopefully we get a replay on that one because it looked like it was in the defender's hands. But instead, it's Cleveland coming up with a touchdown catch. We'll see it fired over the middle. Wow, I can't believe number 47 missed that. He had it, I thought.
Like that, Dan, there wasn't any risk at all.
That touchdown might just put this game away with 3:38 to go. This San Francisco offense has been methodical down the field. Kansas City offense has looked awful.
It's up. He adds the extra point. The 49ers have extended their lead and make it a two-score game. They're up 14-0. Conway lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff. Nice kickoff. Goings catches it in
6 or 7 yards deep in the end zone. He brings it out, and it's not a terrible return. I think you would take that. It's only a yard off of where you would start normally at the 20, so
They're down, but the game's not over yet. They can't waste
those are
any
the kind of
time
returns
to
you look
ball
at.
ball.
Okay, if
They
you break a
really
big
need to
one,
score.
great. If you don't, yeah, you're not too far off where you should be. Ball on the 19-yard line, and we'll see if
Empty backfield.
what's-his-face, Kerry Collins, can get anything going. He's hit, and it just kind of flutters out there. Looked like two San Francisco defenders had a shot at it, but could not get
close to a sack, but
could
they've
not
gotta
get
be
there.
happy with the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Take it down to nowhere, baby.
Second down and 10.
Cullen fades back.
Collins drops back, fires, and finds a receiver. I thought it was in his hands, but it looked like he just got kind of bopped and lost it. Kansas City offense is a mess. And if they keep playing like this, it could make the AFC West wide open. I don't remember exactly what the standings are. And we'll give you those updates after the games. Collins drops and fires and missed everything. Just missed everything. Collins looks awful. I will probably take a look at his stats. I'm very curious about the two quarterbacks. Collins has thrown the ball a lot more, but just to nobody. Vic has only thrown a couple passes here or there. He has a touchdown throw on the game. I would guess he's like 3 for 6. Collins fires. Hey, stop me if you've heard this before. It's incomplete. Kansas City, an absolutely anemic offensive performance. They're giving it to a San Francisco team that, honestly, they could kneel the ball 3 times,
Ball at the 19-yard
kick the
line.
field goal, and still be just fine.
One man back.
So from the 19, incredible starting field position. They're going to give it to Barlow. Barlow cuts inside, bowls a man over. He gets tackled by the ankles, falls forward for an extra yard or 2, and that'll give him an 11-yard carry to set up first down and goal
There, but let's back it up and
at
see
the
how
8.
it all came about.
Bowled him over.
Great timing and great
Maybe the
physical
7-yard
Well,
line.
that's the key to a great ball carrier, Peter. They can get physical when the chips are down.
Under 3 to go as the crowd lets this offense work. They should be able to wind it down to the 2-minute warning, unless they score here. Where they have been dicing up this Kansas City offense. Defense, excuse me. I said offense, but I meant defense.
They've been controlling the game today with their
27
devastating
carries,
ground.
145 yards, 5.3 yards a carry. Vic snaps it, Barlow runs it, bounces off a man, he gets tackled at the 5. Devon Barlow gets close to 130 yards.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. Second and goal.
Second and goal. Pitch to the outside. Barlow bounces off the first defender and the second defender. He powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. And they are demolishing this Kansas City Chiefs team. This defense especially looks kind of confused, and all San Francisco's doing is just running the ball down their throats. Hey, we're going to run it, and they still run it for 6 yards.
Oh, this is the stuff our camera crew is so good at capturing every week. Great job, guys.
Conway lines up for the point after. It's away. The extra point. Good.
All right, so we're going to look at that drive summary as they line up for the kick.
Lead they're building. The score 21-0.
3 plays, 19 yards. Minute 21 off the clock. We're under 2 to go here in San Francisco before we head to watch some more division leaders play. We'll see 4 division leaders in today's games: Arizona, Kansas City, New England, Chicago. Didn't have a lot of NFC West teams on the
turn it offense for this group, and unfortunately this game
in
is
this
pretty
video,
much
but hey,
over.
that's
They
how it
should
goes.
just try and
Usually we
get
see a
some
lot of the
yards
AFC North,
for
especially
respect
down
at
to the
this point.
wire.
150 on the game.
And I am not looking forward to figuring out who is hopefully where with these playoffs, because it's so bad. The display is so bad. Oh, we got hit well after. That should be a roughing the passer call. Spins out of bounds, and that's a nice catch there for Kansas City. About the first time I've actually said that.
The catch, but I just love this bit here. Man, what a move.
Oh, he's like a master craftsman, picking out just the right tool for the job.
Yeah, at least he doesn't have to wear a big clumsy belt.
The clock is at 1 minute 45 seconds. They have 3 receivers in. Collins fades back.
Collins drops and fires over the head of his intended target. Second and 10.
Brady was itching to make up a run on the side, but he couldn't.
I don't know what it is, but Kerry Collins has just been, he's been off. And he has been bad in today's game.
Ball on the 40. Chambers goes in motion. Collins drops back.
Collins dropping back, fires. We're going to get a pass interference penalty. I don't really agree with it, but that's not my call to make.
Ronald McKinnon was just trying to yank the ball away. He was openly interfering. Good call.
The Chiefs will have the first down off the penalty. McKinnon gets set after committing the penalty. Collins fades back.
Collins dropping back, and that might be the most successful pass play they've had is that pass interference. Second down and 2, and a little confused as to where this Kansas City offense has been all day. Of course, they did last time they had a complete pass. They
It's 2nd and 2.
overthrew their intended receiver on the following play, so not like a wild level of confidence. Collins throws and into a bit of traffic, and it's Randy Moss, I want to say for the first time today.
The Chiefs take their first time out.
They tossed this one right side and completed for not much, but enough to get the first down. Boy, I like that call.
All at the 36-yard line. They're going with their tight end right.
Collins rolls to the side.
He runs out after a handful of yards.
They tossed
A
this
bit of a
one
bootleg
right
play
side
there.
and get the completion.
I'll
but
pick up
there wasn't
5
much
yards.
room
This is
past the
actually a
line of scrimmage
very
on that
efficient
one.
drive for Kansas City. They're getting some okay yards while getting out of bounds to stop the clock. Trying to conserve as much time as possible, which is good for them and bad for me. This game has been well out of reach for a while, and Kansas City has been... They have looked like just a confused football team, but we see the tip pick. He is off to the races. Collins, the last man to be able to get him. Flings him forward and forces him out. Just happened to land out of bounds. This is a fun animation to look at as we see him drive on the ball. And I don't know what happened to the receiver there, but absolutely glitched.
That's what I love about football, Dane. Anything can happen and anybody can win the game for his team. This drive will wrap
Anything can happen. Free ice cream can rain from the sky. And it's all completely legitimate.
Down to 1 minute, 18 seconds.
Should just see a run or a kneel down. And Kansas City better not take a flippin' timeout. You have got to be kidding me. You are down 3 scores. Stop it. Now the problem that we might run into is that San Francisco might go into the
Hear a whistling sound over your head. You probably made a mistake.
That's a good tip for you kids out there.
Ball on the 30.
Watch the play action. Watch the play action.
They line up in the eye.
Oh, they are actually going to go for it. They're trying to run some plays here. Kansas City takes their second timeout.
Take a timeout. That's their final one.
Chad Brown really came to play today. He knocks him back a few yards, as we'll see here in the replay. Oh, great tackle.
Yeah, and now that is something you can coach.
You can?
And obviously, they did it. They coached him very well.
So 3rd down and 7. Kansas City's like just
It's 3rd and about
getting
7.
to a point where they're going to be down by 4 scores rather than just 3. It's a 52-yard field goal from here. Vic hands to Barlow. Barlow can't quite get it. He's a yard and a half short. And Kansas City either isn't going to take a timeout or they ran out of timeouts and I didn't realize. Either way, they used timeouts to drag this game out, and now we're stuck with it. God dang it. It's the same problem we had in NFL Primetime 2002.
Conway lines up for the field.
Conway, 15 of 25, 59.9%.
We have a penalty mark on the play. Let's get the call from the field.
Oh, it's a delay of game. Okay.
5-yard penalty.
The 49ers take a little too long and get the delay of game call. You got to watch that countdown.
It's a good call. I mean, it's a good penalty to take. Penalty.
The clock is
and they're going to go for the punt this time around.
Will punt it away
18 seconds. Oh, my goodness.
He can't be happy with that one.
That
Definitely not what he's capable
that is
of.
a heinous punt. Mild spoilers, I guess, but we saw some real bad punts from San Francisco in the Super Bowl prediction video.
This game is pretty much over. They should just try and get some yards for respect at this point.
12 seconds on the game clock. Collins from shotgun.
Collins finds a completed pass out to Randy Moss. That should just about do it. I don't know that they're going to get one more snap off. And they don't. So 21-0 is your final. Kansas City with a little bit of a troll job on me to make this game last way longer than it needed to. There's no reason for them to take timeouts on that final San Francisco drive. Just let the game over. Or let the game end. It's over. You're done.
Let's go now to the post-game wrap-up here on
San Francisco
ESPN.
dominates on the ground. We're going to take a look at the
Welcoming you
stats
to
here
the
as we see how
ESPN postgame
unbalanced
show.
it
The
is.
49ers come away with a
218
21-point
total
thrashing
yards to
over the Chiefs.
87.
They now
Three
move to
quarters of the
6-3
time
on
of
the
possession
year.
went to
The
San Francisco.
49ers dominated time
15
of possession in this
minutes.
game, and it's a credit to
12
their
first
defense.
downs, 21
The
points,
numbers
no
showed just how good
turnovers,
the game plan was and
47
how well they
passing yards,
responded
and
to
they got
anything thrown at them. Kevin Barlow sprinted for a total of
they had
162
double
yards
Kansas
and
City's
2 touchdowns.
total
He will
yards
get our
just on the
ESPN
ground.
Player of the game.
72 after the
Well,
first
that will do
hit,
it for
2
now.
touchdowns,
Make sure you
32
tune into the
carries,
weekly wrap-up for the
162
entire weekend
yards.
scores, highlights,
No.
and insight. I'm Clark Dishman. We'll see you then.
No fumbles. Can we look at the Michael Vick? 3 for 4. Okay, so I had the number of completions correct. I think I said 3 for 6, 3 for 5, something like that. For 47 yards. Kerry Collins was an abysmal 8 for 24. And if we want to go, can we player stats, scoring summary, team stats? Oh, darn, I thought we could go by... Ugh, goodness. I thought maybe you could go by like quarter. It was bad. Really, really bad. 84 yards. Gross. And a pick. All right. Pretty ugly game. Thought that would be a little more interesting. Super Bowl was definitely better than that. Second Super Bowl ever to go to overtime. First example of, or first showcase, I should say, of the new overtime rules where each team is actually guaranteed a possession. Because they aren't. Each team has an opportunity to possess the ball unless... That means that not each team gets to possess the football. Oh my goodness. The New England Patriots are going to take on the Chicago Bears in our Week 10 finale. We're heading to Chicago.
It's Week 10
I believe we're at the University of
ESPN.
Illinois. If I remember correctly, they're 6th overall, 3rd in passing defense, 12th in rushing offense, 25th and 24th.
They should match up well versus
Oh my
the Bears,
goodness.
who come in with a
First
great
rushing
passing
defense.
attack.
29th. They are either top 5 or bottom 4, which is absurd. That is wild.
Hello,
So the
and
7-1
we have
Chicago
John
Bears taking on the
Levy
5-3 New England
at
Patriots.
Memorial
Chicago
Stadium.
is
I'm Dan
running
Stevens
away with
Peter
the
O'Keefe.
NFC North.
Glad to have
The
you with
Vikings
us.
have an
Peter,
outside
let's
shot
go
to
over your
get
picks
them.
for today.
I would have to look at the schedule and
here we
see
have a
if there are
terrific
some
coach
head-to-head
and
matchups
one of the few people
similar
that
to
can
what we
spoil
saw
his
with
plans.
Minnesota
Dick Sharon
and
has produced
Detroit
a good passing offense,
this
and he's not afraid
real
to use it.
season.
Look for him to go to the air early and often.
Detroit
Zach
hadn't
Thomas
quite
comes in showing a
clinched
knack
it,
for knowing when the play is going to be a
but it was
run,
like
when it's going to be a
because
pass.
the
Defensively
Vikings
this
had,
season,
they were
he's
within
averaged
2
4
games and they
tackles
had
and
2
a
games
sack every
left.
third game or so.
We'll see how it works out, Peter. Let's go to the coin toss.
Tails.
Tails is called. Tails it is.
The Patriots will receive, and we're about to get underway.
So New England with the first possession of the day in our Week
All right,
10
here's the
finale.
signal, and we're ready to get this one
Patriots
started.
at Bears. I gotta
It's off.
make sure to type that down.
McDonald fields it in the end zone. The 20. Dragged down at the 29-yard line.
First down.
At Chicago Bears, yeah,
Let's
they're
see how their
gonna.
offense fares
Dun,
here.
dun, 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 dun. I'm a little surprised I don't get more
Ball on the
copyright
29.
claims, but also thankful that I don't get more copyright claims because I don't want them.
They're going with 2 tight ends.
Manning dropping back and winging it. Oh, and we have a big play off the bat here. He's inside the 30 down to the 21-yard line. Monster play there for Johnson. And that's a big, exciting, explosive play to get us started here in Chicago. Defender went there looking for the ball but missed it, and then the free and clear on the back end.
You know, like me kind of, Dan. I'm talking, but I'm always thinking. Can I say you can't coach that right here?
The Patriots have a first after the big pass on that last play.
Huge play just outside of the red zone now after the 60-yard pass, 55-yard. Not even sure where they started that possession as I was typing things out. But Hurst looking for some yards. He finds 3 on the ground. Peyton Manning is a New England Patriot, which is wild to think about.
Second and about 7 yards.
Manning drops and fires an absolute dot to Jerry Rice, or I guess you could say dime. I'm getting ready for baseball season. That's coming next. If I haven't mentioned it already, fill out a bracket for March Mascot Madness. I do believe I mentioned it earlier in the game. Now that I think about it, good reminder to do that. That'll be the end video for the rest of the month. You have until probably Leap Day, February 29th, around 6 p.m. Pacific time is when I'll probably start recording that video. So that'll be when that happens. Might be live on twitch.tv/Seannosaurus Rex, but I don't know. Not wildly confident in that. Hurst is going to get the pitch. Manning just kind of stood there as he watched his running back lose 4 yards. A good opportunity here for this Chicago Bears defense to stand tall and hold them to a field goal try rather than letting them in for the touchdown. Take a look at the receivers here for the New England Patriots.
So far this season, he's averaged 52 yards.
Jerry Rice, Darrell Jackson, Eric Johnson. And Manning is in the backfield with Garrison Hurst and Zach Crockett.
Provides a vital contribution to this group. Through the air this season, he's averaged 166 yards and around a touchdown a game.
Okay, back to the action. It's second and goal.
Manning under center, 4 wide receivers in the formation. Manning with a short pass finds a man over the middle. He'll pick up 8, and it'll be 3rd and goal. I believe it's Hurst over the middle there. 3rd and goal coming up from the 2. Warren Sapp in the middle of that defensive line.
From this group, he energizes this squad in a big way.
Next up are the linebackers.
James Ferrier is the standout player of this bunch.
And last but not least, we have the secondary.
Fred Smoot shadows his receiver like he's glued to him.
Now back to the game. It's 3rd and goal.
Manning drops and fires. Oh, he had him wide open in the end zone, but the timing was just off. The throw took him out of the back of the end zone, and it is 4th and goal from the 2. We'll see an extra point, but this time it's worth 3 as Matt Stover comes on the field, 13 of 14. New England, even though they have the big explosive play, still only comes away with just 3 points. Oh, that's a big misfire right there.
Adjusts nicely and makes the field goal. Let's look. Nice kick, compensating for that wind.
Yeah, the wind added a little puff there, but wasn't much of a factor at that distance.
Now, it'd be kind of hard to blame the wind on a chip shot like that.
The Patriots put the first points on the board, 3-0. Stover lines up for the kickoff. Strong kick.
The kick will be returned from the end zone, a couple yards deep, up past the 10, the 15, and just short of the 20. It'll be taken down at the 19-yard line, similar to what we saw in the last game. Hey, if you can break one, as long as you can get us in the area of the 20, I'd say plus or minus 3 yards or so.
Ball at the 19-yard
You're not dropping and getting dropped down at the 12. I think we'll be all right. Cordell Stewart, the quarterback for the Chicago Bears, the 7-1 Chicago Bears.
Stewart drops back.
I say called it Cordell Stewart? Pretty sure I did. Yeah, though, we're going to see another pass interference.
Pass interference. Number 33. Defense. First down.
Philip Buchanan has to go for the ball. He can't just manhandle the receiver like that. That's interference.
The Bears get a free first down from the defensive penalty.
125, a 215 on the season. I was going to read more stats there, but they disappeared real quick. 2:07 and go. Cordell Stewart, oh, with a terrific pass and an even better catch. We have him down inside the 30. He's down near the 20, and he'll get taken down on the outskirts of the red zone. Smith with a huge play to match the New England Patriots' huge play. And you can see number 33, he pulls himself out of the play by hitting triangle at the wrong time. It's a terrific adjustment by Smith, a one-handed snag there, and he was off to the races when he was finally tackled at somehow the 20-yard line, but also he was down at like the 17. It's all very weird.
The Bears, after the big pass last play, will have a first down. Smith lines up wide left after the big gain last play. Lewis with the ball. A gain of 3.
He's trying to find a little room. He'll pick up 3.
Play for a second here. That was a very nice catch.
You got that right, Dan. Jimmy Smith is a perennial Pro Bowler who earlier in his career led the league in combined receptions and yardage 5 straight years. Although he's been slowed down a bit by injuries, he still makes for a good target out there.
Ball on the 17.
They still have not talked about what the feature premieres are even going to be about. Stewart fires the ball. I thought it was going to be a completed pass, but the hit jars it loose. It's going to set up 3rd down and 7 as we take a quick look at this Chicago Bears offensive line.
Lincoln Kennedy brings size and power to this line, and they are ready for battle.
Next up, the receiving core.
Jimmy Smith generates a lot of excitement with his aerial theatrics.
Jimmy Smith from Monty Tumor. That's what I thought of. I thought it was Jimmy Smith, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Last but not least,
Cordell Stewart with Jamal Lewis, and then Jimmy Smith apparently, the offensive backs. Jimmy Smith, a smile so nicely, wanted us to see it twice.
Back to the field now.
I really like the way that it's actually let's go is on my right and then on the left. Man, they knew how to make video games back in 2004. What happened? 2002, I guess. Boy, they called a pass interference on a little more ticky-tack play than that. That looked like more pass interference than the other pass interference was pass interference. What a mess.
A lot of pressure on the quarterback today.
That's followed by the linebackers.
Zach Thomas pulls together all the loose ends and
Zach Thomas with a very late 90s haircut.
Finally, Peter, the secondary.
But at least he smiled, you know?
Up and down
Mike McKenzie, Green Bay Packers. Woo! Baby.
Let's get
Brock Marion, he's a familiar face and name in this series. 4th down and 7.
Murray lines up
Drop
for the field
pass
goal.
should have been a first down, and then I guess you could argue good defensive play, but that looked like pass interference to me. But the defender does have as much a right to the ball as the offensive player does. Kick is up, and Murray is going to drill it. It looked like it was going a little bit right. Everything about that looked rough until it hit through the uprights.
For the wind and makes the kick. Watch here. Right through the uprights for 3.
It's true. We are in the Windy City, so wow, and that really did pull with the wind.
Absolutely.
The Bears
My goodness.
knotted up after that scoring drive. Murray is back to kick it away. There's the kick.
So both teams with big plays from their receivers.
In the end zone.
Not able to put it in the end zone. Instead, it's just a field goal battle here. with 43 seconds to go in quarter number 1.
Eric Johnson was the contributor for his team last drive. Let's see what he does this time out.
Scores and standings update coming after this, or coming up after this this game. Not 100% sure what will be on the channel tomorrow. Be back next Tuesday with more of this. Oh, it almost caught. That probably should have been a grab. It wouldn't have gotten a first down, but it would have made second down a lot more workable. Instead, you're behind the chains with 2nd and 10. Not 100% sure what the week is going to look like. Come on. Arms. From a content perspective, we'll see. A couple games coming out this week, but headphones? Oh, I knocked the cord out. Oh, I know what I did.
It's 3rd and 5.
Maybe I don't know what I did. Uh-oh. We're flying blind. Well, flying
Wide receivers on the field.
flying headphoneless. Ah, there we go. Manning steps up, fires, and finds a receiver, and it's another big play. Jerry Rice picking up a big gain. That'll be 1st and 10 with 8 seconds to go here.
To be reckoned with downfield. Watch. That's a solid catch, but he isn't through.
No.
28 kind of took himself out of the play, picked up a nice block on the backside. Spin move took him out of bounds. And they'll actually run the clock down. So that'll be the final play of the first quarter. It's 3-3.
Some food metaphors for you.
Good one here in Chicago so far. Some big explosive plays, some good defensive stands. A couple of missed opportunities on both receiving ends. It's weird how similar this game has been between the two teams. You have the big plays. You have like a drop pass for Chicago that should have been a first down conversion, a drop pass. It could have been a touchdown or just a bad throw on the New England side. Both teams end up settling for 3. So we're set here for quarter number 2 from the 42. He's going to go right back to Rice. That'll pick up a nice gain to the 30 and set him up with a fresh set of downs.
Peyton Manning rolled the dice there with a pass into double coverage. But he got it in there. Great throw.
Peter, that's the kind of decision that does not foster good quarterback-coach relation.
Absolutely. The coach has to be happy with the result, though, once he started breathing regularly.
Ball at the 30-yard line.
First down and 10. I formation with Manning under center. We will go with a run to Hurst. Hurst gets knocked forward for a couple.
Second and 8. I formation. Manning fades back.
Manning drops and fires over the middle. It's number 83. I believe his last name is Johnson.
Forward for those extra yards. First down.
Another nice reception on his part. Probably should have had one earlier on this drive, but just go right back to him.
He had them lined up just right, and they connected for a decent
Reward
gain.
your quarterback's faith in your receiving abilities and pick up a nice first down.
Ball on the 14.
6 for 8, 123 yards for Peyton Manning. Couple of big plays already in this one. They are in the red zone at the 16, or 14, excuse me. Manning, short pass over the middle. He's going to find Jerry Rice, who gets clobbered after a 2-yard gain. Hurst helps him to his feet.
There wasn't much room past the line of scrimmage on that one.
Ball at the 12-yard line.
Manning dropping back, fires and finds a receiver. It's Johnson again. switches the ball into his other hand and gets pushed forward into the end zone. I thought he was going to get stopped short, but I do forget that these tackle animations sometimes do knock him forward for a few extra yards. And bam, there it is.
To make the most of every play just like this.
Stover will line up for the point after. It's away.
Kick is up, and the kick is good, and they are definitely kicking to get that win to pull it back toward the middle.
The Patriots take the lead with that score, 10-3.
New England cashes in on the first touchdown of the game. Or cashes in the first touchdown of the game. 2:52 to go here in the first half. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying the video. If you are, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Every Tuesday is when this airs. We have baseball coming back here shortly. I'm kind of hoping to have a video up on Thursday. If not, it might just be up on Friday. That'll be at its regular 6 p.m. Pacific time slot. Trying to make some roster moves to take a look at what the Mariners roster looks like currently and see kind of where we're looking. Otherwise, it'll start February 26th with some MLB content. There's a big play for Chicago as he streaks up the far sideline. 40, all the way down to the 42 for Broughton.
Broughton was the man in the middle on that play. Watch this. Oh, great catch.
And you can see there's just so many of them. I'm sure it's been happening all season long, but definitely one of those things of once you notice it, really stands out. Going for that triangle jump, deflecting the ball, trying to get the pick, whatever it is freeing up these receivers for big gains. 2.5 to go. Yeah, Monday, February 26th is when it'll start. We'll be playing some MLB The Show. 6 p.m. as we lead into the new game, March 15th on the channel. We'll have that first look video that I usually do. And then spring training will start that evening. We'll have quite a bit of spring training in MLB The Show 24 before the season starts, so prepare for that. We'll get things situated. I'm curious to see what this lineup looks like for the Seattle Mariners. I feel like this is going to be a season where I'm going to need to do a little more as far as Cordell Stewart. That is a really nice pass. Split the defenders. Smith comes up with a big catch, and it's 1st and 10 as we hit the 2-minute warning. I feel like this might be the season I actually make some moves. I don't usually do that. I let the computer take care of it. But we'll see. It'll be great to have Mitch Haniger back, but we are losing some power with Suarez and Teoscar Hernandez. So we'll see. So tune in for that if you're a sports person. Regular season will start March 28th, day and date, with the real regular season. 1st down and 10 with 2 minutes to go outside the 20. Jimmy Smith making another terrific catch, extending the arms and picking up a sweet grab down to the 9. 1st down and goal.
With ease, Dan. He sees his man and then airs it out for the completion.
Yeah, they are in sync there, able to depend on each other as the play unfolds.
Well, they actually look like Backstreet Boys to me.
I don't follow that. 1st and goal.
Stewart from the shotgun drops back off his back foot. It's tipped, and we got that animation that we saw the interception with in the last game between Kansas City and San Francisco. That one just kind of off his hands, a little too far forward. Couldn't make the snag. Dangerous pass. Dangerous pass by
They line up in the shotgun.
Cordell Stewart. Forgot who was the quarterback there for a minute. I was thinking Jimmy Smith, but whatever. Going to go switch to a jumbo set here. We're going to shift yet again. A lot of movement for the Chicago offense. And it gives Jamal Lewis a little bit of room to work with, about 4 yards. As we see the first timeout taken today. Did not catch who that was. I want to say it was Chicago. Didn't probably need to take a timeout there. Let this clock wind down. Big plays have been kind of the name of the game. Stewart fires into the end zone. It's off the back of the defender.
Had a shot at it, but the ball drifted just a little left of the receiver.
The New England defense stands tall. And it is 4th and goal, and Lindo Mare will come out for the try.
There's the kick. Good.
Kick is up, kick is good. 10-6 now with 1:13 to go in the second. We'll see what the Patriots want to do with their next drive here.
Oh, just as cool as if he was tossing a crumpled piece of paper into a wastebasket. The Bears cut into the lead, and the game can go anywhere from here. The score, 10-6. Mare lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff. This is returnable. McDonald gets it deep.
McDonald knocked down around the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Peyton Manning and the Patriots.
Dan, if they can manage to score here, that could really put some pressure on for the second half.
Ball on the 22.
You picked the wrong stadium to come to, Chuck. Hey,
Manning's going to hand it off to Hurst. Hurst makes a man miss and gets near the 30 before he's knocked down. Nice gain of 7, and they appear to not be in much of a hurry here. They do have a 4-point lead.
It's second and about 3.
I forget who had the ball first, but
they go with a split backfield.
we'll go with yet another run. Hurst with some fancy footwork. He's going to do a whole lot of moving and shaking to gain just a yard. No timeout from Chicago. An interesting strategy on both sides.
3rd and 2.
Patriots more than okay with letting this clock run down, but simultaneously not okay with it. Chicago kind of just let them do whatever they want. Under 20 seconds to go. They're going to go with a handoff. Hurst, he'll pick up the first down. Out to the 38-yard line. 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter, and I think that will do it. Because usually we see the timeout pretty quickly after the whistle. That time we watched him get all the way back up.
Execution on 3rd down play. Anytime you move the chains, well, you have to be happy. Ball at the 38-yard line.
I'll try to get to the line quickly, but it doesn't work. Very bizarre ending to the first half. 10-6 your score. New England over or up on Chicago. 6 first downs to 5. No turnovers for either team. The rushing game not much of a factor today. The big play through the passing game is the factor. Eric Johnson has 3 receptions for 77 yards. 49 of them after the catch. His longest is 51, no fumbles. I want to say he has the touchdown. I don't know why they didn't give him that stat. Chicago is going to get the ball back. New England probably should have been a little more aggressive to at least try to get a field goal, push this out to a touchdown lead. Instead, they played right into Chicago's hands.
Stover sets up and will kick it away.
And left to the 4-point deficit heading into the half.
Kick is up.
Returned from the 5 up past the 20 to the 25. Ran into his own man. Good job to stay on his feet up to about the 25-yard line, maybe the 30. Lost track of what 5-yard mark we were looking at.
On this drive.
Ball on the 30.
Let's give the fans a show. Put some points on the board.
And it is indeed the 30-yard line from or for Chicago. Nice find in between a couple of defenders. Jimmy Smith is rewarding the faith that Cordell Stewart has to just go, F it. Jimmy Smith's down there somewhere.
A solid pass into single coverage there. Let's see it again. Right
I don't
there.
know how you call that. Split a couple of defenders there. I don't know if it's explicitly double coverage, but I guess it was single coverage. It, maybe just from our angle looked a little weird. Either way, it's first down and still a nice grab for Jimmy Smith. Well, 4 receptions, over 100 yards and 48 yak on the day. They get out close to midfield to 47. Stewart with 3 receivers to his right, steps off his back foot and fires. And that's going to go right back to, I believe that is Jimmy Smith. He's inside the 15, the 10, makes a stutter step move. And he steps out of bounds at the 5-yard line. It is indeed Jimmy Smith having a monster first drive of this second half.
For a lot more. Let's take a look. Now there's the catch, and then he takes off running.
That's what a coach likes to see. A guy who takes the initiative.
Got 34 off his back. And
hey, Dan, just because they call you a receiver doesn't mean that's all you do, receiving.
The Bears, after the big pass last play, will have a first down. Smith lines up wide right after racking up the yards last play. Lewis with the ball.
We go to the ground game. Lewis tries to bounce outside, gets that favorable tackle animation as his momentum and strength carries him forward for 3 yards. But could have been a 1-yard loss. It was actually a great effort by Jamal Lewis to make sure that he gets a little ground there.
Second and goal.
Jumbo set. I formation is offset, and he dives over everybody in for the score. Chicago with now 10, well, technically 9 unanswered points with the point after try pending.
And getting the touchdown like that.
If he's got any bruised ribs or anything at all he's got to do is look at the scoreboard, and those aches will melt right away.
Murray lines up for the point after. It's up. He adds the extra point.
Up and good, and that makes it 10 unanswered for Chicago.
The Bears are now out on top to the tune of 13-10.
Chicago does a great job to take advantage of what New England didn't do on that last drive of the first half. They don't have to deal with that touchdown just tying the game. They're now up 3. They technically got the double dip, but New England still touched the ball in a very weird series of events. But Peyton Manning comes out on the field. First drive of the second half for them. 3:12 to go here in quarter number 3.
Ball on the 20. 2 wide receivers on the field. Hurst with the carry.
Hurst. That's a nice run right there. He'll pick up 8. Little hesitation, some nice moves, and picked up an extra few feet.
It's 2nd and 2.
Second is short. Watch the pass.
They line up with 2 tight ends.
Hurst with a run. That's going to go to the near sideline. Makes the first man miss, second man miss, and the third man miss. He's inside Chicago territory, inside the 35, and he'll step out at the 37, or the 32-yard line, excuse me. Well, I cannot believe it. Some of the runs that we have seen here in this game, we're going to get a good look at it. Bam. Should have been stopped for maybe 2 yards, maybe 8 or 9. Wow. Beautiful spin move, some bad tackling on the Chicago side. 3 missed tackles on that one play alone. And it's one of the better runs we've seen all day. Maybe the best run we've seen all day. A lot of the big plays for both of these teams have been through the passing game. Interesting formation toward the bottom of the screen with that 3 receiver set. Gonna go with a run to Hurst. Hurst using that vision. Using that shiftiness to pick up 3. They're in field goal range, so they could at least tie this game. I think that's a big play for New England. It goes back to the thing of you can't give up a touchdown drive like that, then a 3 and out and give them the ball right back. At least this gives your defense an opportunity to rest and flips the field. Oh, quick throw, but not really sure who that was to. It was kind of in between a couple of receivers. One guy tried to make an effort for it, and the other guy was not looking back for the ball at all. They're down in 7 with 1:37 to go.
It's 3rd and about 7.
Manning drops and fires. He's going to lead his receiver out of bounds. We're going to call that an incomplete pass. It's the second time Manning is trying to rip the ball, but the timing is just off. You want to get him out in the flat toward the sideline, but give him enough room to turn upfield, and instead it just pulls him out of bounds. So that'll bring out New England's kicker for a field goal try. And the big plays have not consistently paid off with touchdowns, as the kick is up and the kick is good. They so violently are kicking into the wind to bring it back. Wild.
It from the next county over. Despite the high winds, it sails right through. Great.
Surprised that we have not seen a missed kick. I thought this was a good candidate for a missed kick, specifically because it's the away team in Chicago. And it's a deep kick. So 13-13 with 1:30 to go. Third quarter. 6 plays, 50 yards, a minute and 38 seconds off the clock.
Stover lines up for the kickoff. It's off.
It's boomed from the 5 to the 20, to the 25, and to the 29-yard line. So another nice return for Chicago. New England definitely kicking into the wind this way, so they'll have maybe a little bit of an advantage in the fourth quarter, maybe kicking with the wind at their back. But we'll see.
These are our fans. Give them something to cheer back.
Pitch to the outside. Lewis tackled by, I want to say Zach Martin, if he is playing in this game, or if he was maybe in the last game. They do kind of blur together. They blur together even worse when you're tired.
It's 2nd and 5.
Watch for the run! Watch for the run! Run the run!
Stewart takes back.
Stewart drops and fires. Finds a receiver with a nice leaping grab. And that is Broughton, I want to say is the last name on that.
Luther Broughton was the
Broughton indeed is the name.
Watch this.
Beautifully threaded between a couple of defenders there. Nobody really in position to make a great play on the ball, but if that ball goes right or left, you got to be real accurate with that, or it gets dangerous quickly.
No sacks so far. And that's
7 for 12, over 200 yards through the air. No sacks taken for Cordell Stewart, who's had an excellent game today. Neither team's done a great job at polishing off drives. Each team with 1 touchdown, 2 field goals. And you saw the New England Patriots player go for the tipped pass or just trying to block it or whatever it was. Smith comes up with the reception, and thankfully he had some safety help behind him. Otherwise, that is a big play up the sideline.
Passing offense spends so much time in practice running plays and patterns that it's almost instinctive at this point.
And that will do it for quarter number 3. 13-13 is your score.
It's the end of the third quarter, and it's all knotted up here.
13-13.
9 first downs to 7. 237 total yards. You can see the passing game, definitely the highlight for Chicago. Take out that big run for New England.
Ball at the 39-yard line.
I don't think their rushing game has done a ton. But that's what you're looking for. Break them down and get the big, oh boy, the big rips in the later stages of the game. They sent an all-out pressure there. Cordell Stewart beat it with a quick read, good pass.
Cordell Stewart threw a nice one this time. Watch this. Right by
Quick
the
drop.
defender. Very good.
Easy.
Let me ask you, how hard
That
is
looked
it
like
to
Patrick Mahomes when they brought the pressure
Really
against him,
hard.
and
He
it was
played right. It was
Rice.
just too good of a throw.
Just very quick, easy read there. Bam. Get up the field.
Ball on the 27. They're going with the eye.
First down and 10.
Stewart drops back.
The I formation, you drop and fires a reception. It's, I want to say, Smith again. Or is that Toomer? I can't remember who it is. Smith, I believe, is 82. And that's what you're looking for. You could see that was kind of the route that seemed like they wanted to run on the New England Patriots side of the ball, but Manning, I think the timing was just off. It pulled him out of bounds. Instead, you see it on the Chicago side. He goes out to the boundary, up the field, caught, finds a beautiful spot in the defense to make that a nice, easy reception and a great run after the catch, in for 6.
There's the kick.
Kick is up. Kick is good. And we have a 20-13 game with 4:27 to go in quarter number 4.
The Bears take the lead with that score, 20-13.
Okay. Ugh. Back this chair up a little bit. 5-play, 71-yard drive.
Murray is back to kick it away.
Some big chunks there for Chicago. 2 yards deep in the end zone. Up to the 10. Out around the 20. Close to the 21-yard line. Not a bad return at all for the New England Patriots. They got to get something going on offense, and they got to pay it off this time around. They haven't been bad about getting things going offensively. Big plays have been the name of the game throughout this one on both sides of the ball. Chicago just paid off their second possession with a touchdown. New England has to do the same. Stepped out of bounds. Not a terrible route or terrible timing there. They picked up 5 and was a completed pass, so that at least is good.
It's 2nd and 5.
Manning drops and fires over the head of the intended receiver. It looked like he had 2 guys in the area and just couldn't find either one of them.
It's 3rd and 5. Tight end is lined up left side.
3rd down and 5. They're going to go with a run to Hurst. Hurst. Ooh, he spun off the first guy, but the second guy got him. That's a big stop for Chicago. A huge missed throw by Peyton Manning on the previous play. And a great defensive stop to force a 4th down and 3. And they are going to go for it. In their own, my goodness, they're on their own 27-yard line. Manning drops, fires, it's caught. He gets past the defender, up past the 40 to the 42-yard line. That is a ridiculously ballsy play. That deep in your own territory.
Ball on the 42.
I mean, you are throwing to Jerry Rice, so it's kind of hard to argue that. But if he does not get around that defender, you're giving them a free field goal, and you're making it real tough to come back. Nice throw. They're going to work with a hurry-up offense here. They have plenty of time to work with. throws the ball again, but I guess they have a defensive set that they're performing well against, so why not just keep winging it? I think they're probably just running the same play over and over again. They're going right to the same spots over and over again, and just like that, they're inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Same formation. They're going to run. Peyton Manning fires over the middle. It's goal. It looked like it was going to be caught, but the hit jarred it loose. Manning left him out to dry a little bit there. You can't let a receiver leave them that open with a defender who can just go, I'm going to sit on this and destroy him. 8 plays, 62 yards so far on this one, or this drive, I should say. New England slows it down a little bit. Manning fires toward the sideline. Able to get up the field for about 4. 3 minutes even remaining in the game.
But there wasn't a lot there. The defense reacted that baby in a hurry.
It's now 3rd and 6. They go with one man back.
Manning drops and fires into... It's the second time we've seen Manning just kind of miss a player in a really critical situation, a 2nd down or 3rd down, that had that Packers pass been a little bit more accurate, you think they're going to be able to pick up that 1st down. Instead, it's incomplete. This time it sets up a 4th down and 6. They really like this formation with the three receivers to the top side of the screen. The single back into the hands of the receiver. He just threw that into a cluster. There are 3 Bears in the area, a couple of Patriots, and somehow 1 touchdown.
Pretty well rewarded for thinking and moving fast.
Stover,
Kind of an oddball
1 for 1.
Stover lines up for the point after.
That's a PAT completion.
It's up. The extra point is good. The Patriots headlock.
Because it should just be like made/attempted. $11 plays, 79 yards, 1 minute and 24. The drive length for there.
Sets up and will kick it away. Good kick.
Kick all the way down to the 2-yard line. Oh, he's got a lane, and he is off to the races to the 40, up to the 50. He'll get hit by the kicker and dragged down by the trailing defender. That is a really bad time to give up that kind of a return. We'll take a look at it on the replay. Nice job by the return unit to set up a very nice lane there. Kicker does just enough to slow him up, but still magnificent field position here for Chicago.
There's not enough time left for mistakes.
Ball at the 39-yard line.
From the 39.
Stewart
drops back and fires over the middle, and somehow that is actually caught. That looked like it was a dangerous pass, but Toomer sees where it's going and puts himself in a position to make a nice catch.
Monty Toomer has got 3 hungry sharks circling him and still manages to catch the ball. Nice catch.
Yeah, and any one of those guys could have easily broken up that play, even picked off the pass. Why throw to it, Peter?
Well, as we just saw, he can get the job done, and that counts for something.
Ball on the 22.
1st and 10. Monty Toomer getting involved in the game late. That's what you want to do. Only a few receptions, but he's up over 50 yards receiving. Probably the last play before the 2-minute warning, and it'll be a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 coming up.
Quickly the defense reacted to force that loss.
That is indeed the final play before the 2-minute warning.
It's now 2nd and 12.
Just like last time, baby.
Stewart takes
Stewart drops back and fires over the middle, and that probably should have been picked by the New England Patriots. Instead, it falls harmlessly to the turf, but nobody in a Chicago Bears uniform was anywhere near that near disaster of a pass.
It's now 3rd and 12.
You guys can't run anything on that.
Darren Howard, a couple of tips and a tackle. 2nd and 12 with 1:58 to go. Stewart drops back, fires as he falls away. It's going to be incomplete. Don't think he would have had the first down, but you never know. These receivers and backs all day have been crafty and able to get out of the tackles. So New England's defense stands tall. They do a great job recovering or helping out the special teams unit. They gave up a big return, but the defense holds them to just a field goal try. And it is windy here in Chicago. Kick is up and right down the middle. It's almost like there's no wind at all. They are professional kickers.
Nails it for 3. Great kick. It's all about focus.
Without question, Peter. You know, he's got to factor in things like wind and weather, but ultimately it just, for him, comes down to the ball and the uprights. Murray lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff. It's off.
The kick is away.
McDonald
He'll be right around the goal line. He'll squeeze toward the boundary and get pushed out around the 18-yard line.
Peter, I want to talk about that last field goal.
Not a great return. And the New England Patriots players have seemed to just get kind of pushed out of bounds with their own moves. More so than the Chicago Bears like angling them with any real strategy. 23-20, and then Patriots come out with an I formation. Manning drops back and fires over the middle. A nice grab in a dangerous spot of the field. Johnson with a sure hands comes up with a nice catch, and it's 1st down and 10.
Nice completion here. Take a look. There's the throw right in between the numbers.
He had him lined up right, and they
not quite as dangerous as I thought. But still, I mean...
Ball at the 31-yard line.
4 for 90, 22.5-yard average. I forgot that the time was running so low. New England's got to go. It's a float pass. It's incomplete. Might be the best thing for the Patriots. I forgot we were under 2 minutes to go. They were like just nonchalantly, like there's not a time limit here.
Just 1 minute, 11 seconds remaining.
Manning dropping back, fires and finds a receiver, and Jerry Rice for some reason made a stutter step move. Just go straight up the field.
Jerry Rice is the guy you try
Still
to
a
get
nice
the ball
reception.
to
That's who you want to go to in situations like this. You know he's sure-handed.
Nice catch there, and then he's off.
Well, he ends up
Trying to make the guy miss, but again, just kind of angled himself out of bounds without a whole lot of help. Just kind of hit L2 a little too much.
Ball on the 44. Kozlowski in motion. Hurst with
a handoff to Hurst. He's going to get tackled after a short gain. We'll call it 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Under a minute to go, and the Patriots are right around midfield, or a little into Chicago territory. But they are not moving with any sense of urgency.
Gracefully rather than tarnish his legacy. Buddy gave the NFL his best season in years and exploded in the playoffs.
2nd and 8.
From the 42-yard line, 36 seconds to go. They're going with another run. Hurst with a big burst. He makes a man miss and gets tackled. They'll be stopped at the 28-yard line. New England has timeouts to use, and they are just not using them. Going to go with a pitch to the outside. He's going to get tackled for a loss of 3. Call a timeout. What is happening? They didn't take any timeouts. They have timeouts to work with. Manning fires. It's caught. We'll get up the field and out of bounds with 7 seconds to go. I think we might see the field goal attempt here. We're probably going to go to overtime in our final and best game of the day.
He gets the job done.
It's a really nice adjustment to the catch, a little behind.
He barely misses a step.
Well, a throw like that is tough to snare, Peter, but he takes it.
Good job to get out of
Indeed,
bounds,
he does.
get the first down. I mean, you have a shot at the end zone with 7 seconds to go.
Stover lines up, and he can put this game into overtime. Biggest play of the day right here. There's the kick.
The kick is up, and it is good. So we are all knotted up at 23, and that was the closest kick so far. I thought that might start drifting out, but just able to keep it inside that right upright. 8 plays, 65 yards, 1:40. They probably should have been there. They should still have the ball with a good chunk of time left, trying to go for a game-winning touchdown.
Nice kick.
And this should run the clock out, but you never know. It will indeed run the clock out, and that will be it for regulation. We're taking a peek at overtime here. One of the rare times, I don't remember the last time we had an overtime game. We might not have had an overtime game in this game. That doesn't sound right.
They call tails. Tails it is. They elect to receive.
So it looks like we will be seeing the New England Patriots on offense first.
Signals the referee, and we're ready for overtime. There's the kick. McDonald fields it deep.
McDonald gets it back to the 21-yard line, and that is where the New England Patriots will start. It is sudden death overtime. Field goal will win New England the game without Chicago even touching the ball.
Ball at the 21-yard line. 3 wide receivers on the field.
Hurst is going to try and get something going on the ground game, but get something going with the ground game. Nothing doing there. Second down and 12.
Anywhere but backwards. Well, they're going to need more than a half-hearted arm tackle to put him down.
15 carries, 86 yards, a lot of yards after contact.
Jackson goes in motion.
Going with another run. Nice vision by Hurst. He's off to rip a big one down to the 40, or up to the 42-yard line, I should say. That is terrific vision. Those are the kind of runs you're looking for late in games like this.
A major run. He puts the pedal to the metal from the
a lot easier to kind of deal with when there is not 12 seconds to work with. Really bad clock management at the end of the game. I don't think they used any of their timeouts there, unless I completely missed all 3 of them on the defensive side of the ball.
The Patriots.
I can't believe they did not call them.
Big run on that last play.
Might have ended in a field goal regardless, so who cares, but going with a pitch. He hits the first guy, and that first guy is going to get the better of him. Knock him down.
That was a heck of a play.
Oh, I agree completely, Dan. Let me tell you, Garrison Hurst is an inspiration to fans everywhere. He overcame serious ankle damage, earning Comeback Player of the Year honors in 2001.
It's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 after the loss of 1. They're going to stay on the ground even though they have Jerry Rice and Peyton Manning. It's a 4-yard gain that sets up 3rd down and 7. It shouldn't go to an overtime 2, so I don't know why it says OT1. Maybe it's prepped for playoff games or something, but should just be the lone overtime. We should get a tie should that clock hit 0.
Jackson in motion.
Manning dropping back, fires, and he overthrows 3 receivers. 3 receivers he missed. They love that formation with Peyton Manning. 3 receivers to the top side of the screen. It's a single back formation with 1 receiver on the bottom. He is not thrown in that set. He is not thrown to the receiver on his left the entire time. And he just overthrew 3 on the right. So the punt is away, and Chicago's defense does its job. Return from the 15 will go for about the average of 9 to 10 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 24. Chicago can win it now with a field goal, and it doesn't feel like it's quite as much of a coin flip crapshoot as it would have felt if New England had won with a field goal. So from the 24, Cordell Stewart's been terrific today. Going to pitch to Jamal Lewis. Lewis is going to find a yard. Get that clock moving, and it'll be 2nd and 9. Ties could be big. Chicago's gotten a little bit of separation from, what's it called? From Arizona because of 3 straight losses for the Cardinals. Throws, and it is caught, and he's pushed out of bounds, loses a yard. They're right back where they started. 3rd down and 10. Both of these defenses doing a really nice job keeping these offenses in check. It's 3rd down and 10. They're going to keep that clock moving.
3rd and 10.
And the tie feels like a very real possibility here. Stewart dropping back, fires, and he overthrows his receiver. That was a really bad pass. Spinning around, throwing across his body to the other side of the field. It's a huge no-no. Yeah, so Chicago's gotten a little bit of breathing room. It shouldn't affect New England too much. The Jets can take advantage of that to get a little bit closer in the win column. As that punt is away, but I think it'll harm Chicago less because they'll probably still win the North, and they're in good position for the 1 seed right now. New England, it could harm more than I realized because they're what, 6 and 2 or something like that. I forget.
The clock reads 1:16.
They're 5 and 3. There are a lot of teams kind of jumbled in there. If they win the AFC East, it won't be that big of a deal. But it could have some implications on the seeding, should it come down to that. They have a minute left, and again, New England just has no interest in like paying attention to any sort of time.
2nd and 6.
They don't deserve to win this game. Manning's going to drop back. He's going to fire. He's got a receiver. He's down at the 35-yard line, and they should like kick a field goal or something, but they might not. This game might not be programmed very well for overtime.
In there. Great throw.
Peter, that's the kind of decision that does not foster good quarterback-coach relations.
Absolutely. The coach has to be happy with the result, though, once he started breathing regularly. They're really having some success.
Working with a little bit more pace here. It's a 52-yard field goal from here. Manning's going to throw. He finds a receiver, and he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll take a timeout. Okay. So they do realize that it could be a tie.
Once again,
Goodness gracious.
Football to him. Take a look. A nice catch, but he's not the kind of player who settles for nice catches.
No question, Peter. He fights for every yard of turf like he owns, well, like he owns the deed on it.
He's on a roll now, Dan. Let's see.
All right, here we go. 3 for 3, Matt Stover. Perfect on the day. Does the commentator curse work for video games? Let's find out. Snap is down. Hold is good. He knocks it through, and that'll do it. New England wins the best game of the day, 26-23 in overtime. Fantastic effort from both teams. 4 field goals for New England, 3 field goals for the Chicago Bears. A couple touchdowns for each team mixed in there somewhere.
Now, let's go to the post-game wrap-up.
And there you have it. That's our triple header. 420 just blaze yards for the New England Patriots. 291 for the Chicago Bears. 18 first downs to 11. And the rushing yards were the difference for New England. 116 to 17. Player of the game is Peyton Manning. 20 and 29, 304. 2 touchdowns, no picks. Clean game for both teams in this one. Some dicey throws here or there, but nothing obviously too egregious. All right, let's simulate. Let's simulate the last couple of games here. You only had to simulate a couple of them, and we'll get you caught up on the scores and standings. Falcons take care of the Steelers, 23-21. We have another close one between the Bengals and the Ravens, which is surprising because the Ravens are really bad. 19-17 your final there. Though you could probably look at the Ravens schedule and see how many games like this they are losing, and that's not great. The Packers are also a terrible team. They fall by 9 at home to the Lions, 30-21. The Titans over the Texans by 3, and the first home team to win of the day, 17-14 your final there. The Colts visiting the Eagles, 31-26. The victors and the away teams are now, 4-1 on the day. Panthers eke out a victory over the Saints, 22-21. The Vikings take care of the Giants, 20-15, odd score there. Rams over the Chargers, 24-16. Seahawks beat the Cardinals, 16-10 in our first game of the day. The Jaguars, they win by 10. Over Washington, 30-20. 49ers blank the Chiefs in the worst game of the day, 21-zip. Patriots over the Bears in overtime, 26-23. Jets take care of the Dolphins. That's a big win for the Jets. They keep pace with the Patriots. Jets fans pulling for the Bears to eke that out in overtime. 23-16 your final there. And last but not least, the Raiders beat the Broncos 29-17 in Denver. Let's go ahead and we will pop a save, and then we'll get you caught up on the standings. Thanks again so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I enjoy making these. I made 110 of them, so I'm having some level of fun. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. As for the team standings, we'll start in the AFC. The Cleveland Browns lead the North at 6-3. The Bengals and Steelers are right there behind them at 5-4, and the Ravens a lowly 1-8. Patriots lead the AFC East. That was a big victory for them. If they fell, they'd be 5-4 and tied with the Jets. Instead, they eked out an overtime victory, improved to 6-3, and keep that one-game lead over those Jets. Bills, Dolphins, both 3-6. Moving up to the South, it's a tight race. The Jaguars are 7-2. The Colts and Titans, both 6-3. The Texans are 3-6. And it's fairly close in the West as well. The Chiefs, 5-4. They kind of blew it today, but also so did the Broncos, because I believe they lost to the Raiders. So they fall to 4-5. If they flip that result, they can tie the Chiefs at 5-4 through 10 weeks. Didn't happen like that. The Chargers and Raiders fading fast at 3-6, but not out of it. Not out of it. In the NFC, the Bears fall for only the second time this year, and it leaves the door open a crack for the Lions and Vikings, who are knotted at 5-4. The Packers, an abysmal 2-7, and that team sucks. The Falcons lead the NFC South at 6-3. The Panthers just behind them at 5-4. Buccaneers and Saints, kind of just footnotes, 3-6 and 2-7. Moving down to the NFC East, the Giants starting to kind of run away with this division. This is kind of what happens for whatever reason with the East. There's like one team, usually the Cowboys. One team kind of just runs away with a really terrible division, and I don't know why this division's so bad. Everybody else is 3-6, where the Giants are 6-3. And last but not least, we have an incredibly close division, and I did not expect this going into the last couple of weeks. I've been looking at it and going like, man, the Cardinals are killing it. They are 6-0. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Cardinals, 49ers, Rams are all tied at 6-3, and the Seahawks, with their big victory today, improved to 5-4. So really tight race out in the West, and we'll see how things shake out as we go down the wire. You have 4 competitive playoff teams in the West that would knock out the Lions, knock out the Panthers, the Vikings. You would have, right now you would have the Bears, Falcons, Giants, 49ers, Cardinals, and the Rams. That would be your 6 teams in the NFC. In the AFC, you'd be looking at the Browns, the Jaguars, the Patriots, the Chiefs, Colts, and Texans. So you have 2 divisions that are going to send half the field-ish. 6 of 12? Yeah, that's just half. Yeah, the AFC West, no, I'm sorry. The AFC South and the NFC West are going to send half of them if the playoffs started today, but they don't. We have quite a ways before we get there. We'll see how it shakes out over the coming weeks, because every Tuesday right here on the channel, you can be sure to tune in to Random Rosters here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus by subscribing over here. Watch more Random Rosters right here. It's broken into individual seasons on the main channel. Fill out a March Mascot Madness bracket up there, and we will see you next week for more football action. Good night and good sports.